Okay, here we are again. There we go. So we will get started in just a couple minutes. We can finally move on from side questing. It's a not even Christmas miracle. Not that that'll help us too much, because after this next main chapter there is more side questing to do, but not nearly as much. There is one new town, 2 new high roads, and one area that is only partially accessible to us right now that will open up. And, well, there isn't really too much to do. The area that's partially accessible is Fezabel Marsh. We don't have access to the south or central sections of it yet. And I already beat, I think, all of the monsters to the point where they're at 1 star in the marsh, off-screen in between streams, so that's already done. So there will probably just be a few treasures to pick up. One of the character episodes, there's 2 in between chapters, actually takes us to Arkland Quag, and by extension we can go to Fezabel Marsh because we have to go, I think, pretty deep into Arkland Quag in order to do that character episode, so that's good. That'll take care of that for us. The other character episode actually takes us into Labari Hollow, so that's even better for us because we haven't gone there yet other than the entrance. So then we can go there, we can take care of Exoplasma while we're there or after the character episode's over, depending on whether or not the party that I have with me can do it, and then we can basically go finish up Zagat Flood Meadow after we're done with all of that. And then the only things that should be left at that point are any additional elite monsters that spawn in between these 2 chapters. So, and then from there, it's literally just character episodes and elite monsters, and that's it. So, any red quests that we have to do, we'll try to do. But like Hassle at the Tatalian Abyss is going to take forever to get the ranks for. And it's looking like a lot of the other ones are starting to slowly build up their requirements for titles, so we'll have to see if those could be become conducive to play and to this playthrough, to where I'm not just grinding out rank in titles by doing odd jobs for 60 years. So, like, and it's especially egregious when it's like, okay, so we've got all this area that we can go explore. Where do you want me to go to do these jobs? And it's like Talus High Road and Burmia Gorge and places where the enemies are level 30 and I'm level 50 something and I've done most everything else. And it's like, can't you just give me something in an area where the enemies are actually worth my time, please? Like, so that growth can beget growth. Didn't you just unlock these areas? Shouldn't that be where all the side quests are located? But what do I know, right? Anyway, here we go. Let's get started. Oh, that's what I hear. Okay. I heard like a small buzzing in the background. Probably can't hear it because the microphone's on cardioid, but it is the crickets that are inside of Hunter's cage that are sitting on top of his rock and have been there for the past 2 days. As far as I'm aware, if they got off to get water, they did it while I was sleeping because I haven't seen them move. I'm afraid at the rate they're going to petrify themselves up there, and then he won't have any... Well, he will have more to eat. I've got a bunch more over there in his keeper, but he won't be able to eat those ones. And speaking of petrifying, I know, you're all elated. We're finally done with side quests, so I have no excuses to not talk to Nova at this point, right? Well, I thought of one more, and we're going to go and do it right now because it'll take about 3 seconds, and then we can finally move on with the main story. How you doing, everybody? Welcome back to Tales of Xillia 2, the stream edition. Before we get started today, we're going to head off to the Epsilon Ruins, which I think I mentioned previously that in this next main chapter, we're going to go to Katamar Heights and Epsilon Ruins anyway. in a fractured dimension, so I didn't see the need to explore these on screen. So I just went ahead and took care of all the 1-starring in Katamar Heights. I got all the treasure that's here in the Prime Dimension. And I think there was 1 treasure available in Epsilon Ruins as well. But I thought about it and I said, no, we should probably go and see what Epsilon Ruins looks like before we go, just so that way you can get an idea of what we're dealing with here. There isn't really much going on here. It's kind of similar to the Dimensional Breach. There's a couple of little treasures that you can pick up, and I'll go grab them just for the hell of it, because I'm already here, so I might as well. I think I got a Stone Ward, or a Stone Charm. No, Stone Charm is the completely immune one. I think it was a Stone Ward from the thing here. So, there's a chest right over here, and that was where I got it. So, the main thing that you want to think about here in the Epsilon Ruins before we move along with the story is that if you go down here, there's a whole bunch of rocks in the way. And unfortunately, even though this rock looks sturdy enough for me to jump up on top of and then jump across or something like that, we cannot go past any of these rocks. It's completely inaccessible, which makes it seem like, okay, but why did they add that little path that transparently goes down underneath there? Well, we'll find that out in a little while. Probably shortly, actually, because I don't really have anything to do in Katamar Heights in the Fractured Dimension, so we'll just be going straight there. Before we go, though, just so we can do some accounting for all of the things that I did off-screen, Luger's now done. I don't think he was done when we finished the stream last time, but he's done now. Leia's done, Mila's done, Gaius is done. So the primary 4 party members are done. Jude is working on Peak at the moment, even though he's not got anything left in there for right now. He will get more from that, I think, once he starts working on Waterfall. But I'm not sure if I'm going to have him work on Waterfall yet or Yin and Yang next immediately. We'll see when we get a little... we'll go a little forward and do that. I'll probably have Alvin work on Aurora, since he finished up his dark stuff, but he still has some light left to go. So maybe once Jude's done with Peak, I'll switch Alvin over to Aurora and Jude back to Waterfall. Elise is done with her light by comparison, and she's very close to being done with her dark, so she'll want Peak pretty soon, probably about as soon as Jude is done with it. She'll want Peak, so she can work on that, and she can work on Gale. Rowan is also done. He finished Gale, so that's what he looks like at the end. He really didn't need very much wind to finish up, but that's fine. And then Muse's still working on Erupting Geyser because it's still the best one for her considering what she needs at the moment. Probably once she's done with her water, which is at 16,680, I believe. We'll switch her off to something else so that she can, finish those up. I'll probably swap her over to... I don't know yet. I guess I'll figure it out. I was going to say Aurora, but it might be Bonfire, honestly, because I think everybody else is going to be using either Aurora, Waterfall, or Peak, so... Well, she won't need Waterfall because she'll be done with it. But Aurora, Peak, or Bonfire. Probably Bonfire to finish that up. And then she'll be getting close to done. So everybody's kind of getting close. Nobody's in the reserve except Rowan is completely done yet, but they only need a little bit more to get there. Like, Jude only needs Waterfall and Yin and Yang. Alvin needs a little bit on Aurora, a little bit on Gale. A decent chunk more, I think, on Waterfall. I think he needs another couple thousand there because this is the end of Pulse Shot right here. So I'm going to say it's probably in the 13,000 range where he's done with that. So he'll be done pretty soon, and then he'll need quite a bit on Fire because Fire is kind of his thing. He has a gun after all. Elise is almost done there, and then she's only got 2 more, and then Muse is almost done with Water, so then she only has 3 more, and most of them are very high, so... Once we're done with Elemental Ore, we really don't have any more use for it. I'll probably just unequip all the Allium Orb extractors for everybody and just not even worry about the ore that we get. I can just completely focus on Gald, and I can completely focus on experience points. So, not that we can really buy any experience point stuff just yet, but... Oop, I missed this, but it's there in case we do need to use it, so... Also, I figured out finally, I think I mentioned it in the beginning of the game, but I'm not 100% sure. I figured out the difference between the blue ones here and the white ones for these treasure bags. The blue ones spawn a set of random items, usually materials that you can use for shops and custom orders. So like the hard scales there, the rotten bones over there. The white ones, I believe, have either Gald or an item in them, like a food item. I think basically all the time, so... yeah, in case anyone was wondering, that's the impression that I got. And now that that's done, let's finally head back to Drellin Station, and we will save over here, and finally head into the next chapter. Oh, while I'm musing about things I think I learned off-screen, I'd like to also muse a little bit about what I think I learned off-screen about how Rowan's speedcasting works. I don't think it has anything to do with the screen darkening, actually. What I think it has to do with is with the petrify status ailment. So when an enemy gets petrified in this game, I think that preserves their combo meter until they're done being petrified. So if you can continuously petrify an enemy, and as far as I'm aware, there isn't like an increasing stacking resistance to it, so you can just keep petrifying the enemy over and over again, and then you can use that to keep cheesing them with spellcasting combos. I don't know if that's exactly how it works, but I would assume that's how it works based on the fact that that has really only become a factor when we've petrified enemies in the past. Like, I looked back on it, and then I looked at some of the quote-unquote documentation, and by that I mean other people's videos of them getting massive combos with spellcasting, and that's usually the case, is they usually petrify things, and that helps with their keeping their combos high. So that's what I'm thinking. And because of that, I may eventually decide to switch Rowan onto an intelligence ring rather than a fairy ring, like my plan is initially, but I'm not 100% sure about that just yet. We do need one intelligence ring in order to make one of the endgame armors, but I'll worry about that later. Maybe I'll just have him equip that until we make the endgame armor, and then he can have his fairy ring back or something, because by then he'll have massive amounts of intelligence anyway, and he'll get intelligence 3 from Luger, which... does he already have that? He does already have intelligence 3, yes. So that won't be a problem, because he can just link with Luger, and I think he already has... does he have intelligence 3? Yeah, he already has intelligence 3, so it's really not a big deal. I'll just have him link with Luger if I need him to do any more. So maybe I will just keep the... whatchamacallit. Maybe I will just keep the fairy ring on for him just in case. And I'll bet you dexterity 3 is probably... yeah, it's definitely from Muse, because we've gotten a book at 3 hearts from everyone except Muse at this point, so she's definitely the one that we'll get that from, and we probably will get it next at the next break between chapters, because her first character episode shows up then. So we'll see. Either way, finally moving on with the main story.
Thank goodness you're here.
What do you need me for at this point?
Honestly, I'm having a bad day. I had to freeze the accounts of one of my clients, and he did not appreciate that one bit, let me tell ya. He gave me this death letter. It really freaked me out.
I would have to imagine you get those pretty often, considering you work at a bank and you freeze accounts all the time. Why is this one freaking you? Shouldn't you be telling this to your boss or your therapist rather than me, Nova? And don't tell me you want my help with this. I don't... I'm not that kind of a mercenary.
I mean, if you insist.
Oh, I didn't insist, but...
Is there something amiss?
I think
What's going on, El?
I've been here with my daddy before.
Oh, really?
Perhaps your house is somewhere nearby?
I don't know.
Do you remember
we can look.
anything memorable near your house? Any landmarks?
Maybe some super rare flowers? That kind of thing? Right in front of my house, there's this gigantic pond.
Okay.
Daddy would catch fish from it and cook them up for supper.
Well, that's a good
I like
landmark.
grilled salmon the best. That's my favorite.
I'll keep
Sounds
that
like
in
good
mind.
eating to me.
So let's go find this big lake.
Salmon. Not naturally. Are you sure it's not a lake?
A lake, that's what it was.
I'm trying to remember. Are there any lakes like that left in Olympias?
Lake Xillia used to be nearby, but the last of its water dried up decades ago.
Okay.
Someone's got a bad memory.
Well, I don't know about that.
There's no reason to give her grief about it.
Don't be a
Maybe it's
bitch.
nothing, but I just remembered they found some really old ruins at the bottom of that lake.
Really?
They were built by some mysterious civilization that didn't use Spyrex. It was the find of the century.
Now that's
intriguing.
interesting.
What else do you know about these ruins?
Especially for Jude.
I guess they collapsed before the archaeologists could do their thing.
Damn it.
That's unfortunate.
Time to do some digging. Oh, hang on, my phone's ringing. Hello?
DODA here. We have detected a fractured dimension with a high likelihood of a waymarker. Please investigate.
I know
Will
that voice.
do.
Hey Vera, how's it hanging?
Okay.
Nova, why are you there?
Just asking Luger and company for a favor. So, what's a fractured dimension?
It's division business, never you mind.
Aw, how come you're always such a spoil sport?
Because it's on need-to-know basis. I will literally get fired,
What are you
and we
talking
won't...
about? My signal's breaking up. Gotta go.
Oh my god.
Let someone on the B team handle Nova's problem. Like Elise.
What the hell is that supposed to mean?
He better stand for best.
Aw, this fractured dimension stuff can't be that important.
Well,
Why don't
it's
you
literally
help
that or
her?
I get
She
fired,
seems
so...
like she's in way over her head with this.
Yeah, the B team can handle the fractured dimension just fine. If B's
He's
for
gonna
best,
regret
I'm in.
not going.
Fine. Her customer does sound like a pretty tough customer.
Any thug who threatens a young woman deserves a taste of his own scare tactics, at the absolute least.
Ah, the chivalry cavalry has
Serve cold
arrived.
And all that jazz? Count me in.
Thanks, guys, you're the best.
But yeah,
Is
genuinely,
everyone in the prime dimension this stupid?
Jude's gonna regret not going to the
Mila,
fractured
Do you
dimension.
mind helping out Luger for us?
It's not like I have anything better to do.
But I suppose Fractured Mila needs a little more character development, so we can finally do Chapter 10, Distant Thunder. All I hear is a distant engine rumbling, but that's somebody outside starting their, whoa, engine. Did anybody see that?
We have your wallet surrounded. Give up the gall and nobody gets hurt.
No, Nova, you were just standing in front of me. Couldn't you have asked me this like 3 seconds ago when I was standing there?
Might sound funny coming from me, but money really is the root of all evil, huh?
You're gonna take that stance now that that guy threatened you with freezing his account, aren't you? Anyway, we get another bonus, I guess.
Yeah. It happens.
Do we have time for stuff like this? Anyway, Elle's house.
I guess I'll never find my way home.
Well, I don't know about that.
Don't worry, Luger will find it.
I didn't know the house where I was born either, but Jude and the others went and found it for me.
You didn't know where your own house was? You're just like a little kid.
I don't know if that's what she means.
How can
by
you
that.
say that when you can't even find your own?
All right, let's not
Listen,
argue
I know
about
if
that
I can't
stuff.
Find it. I had to run away on a boat. There was a lot going on.
Yeah, there was a lot going on for Elise
Well,
too,
it's
but
not Elise's fault either.
I was an orphan. I grew up in government facilities.
yeah, we'll call them government facilities. That makes them sound a lot more cleanly than what they actually were. You grew up in a cave, Elise.
Orphan?
Yeah, that means she doesn't have a mom or a dad.
Elise doesn't even have a daddy?
Well, she did, but
Don't get sad for her.
I have lots of friends now, so I never get lonely.
That's good. But if you ever do get lonely, just tell me, okay?
oh,
I'll let you borrow Luger for a while.
oh.
What?
Well, that's not where I thought this was
I
going.
won't get jealous or anything. It's totally okay.
Thanks, Elle.
That's really big of you. Yeah, I try.
What is happening right now? Anyway, if you say the other option, you get a little bit of affinity for Elise, but yeah, you know. Well, they're trying to be the chivalry cavalry, Jude, so you're gonna have to keep them from getting too crazy here. Discipline someone? Oh, God. Here we go. She was standing 5 feet from me, and she decided to call me on the phone. Oh, okay. So you're telling me that the reason why we can't take Gaius and Muse with us, and the reason why they weren't even in that cutscene, is because Gaius had to stop Muse from eating too much fish, and now the king of Rize Maxia has to wash dishes for an entire main chapter. Yeah, no shit, Sherlock. It's fine. We get access to this team, which is a really solid team, all things considered, so I'm not really too upset about it. We got Luger, we got a caster, we got an AoE healer, we got a backup healer who can also cast buffs and also be massively effective in the air. Speaking of which, does she have Sky Soldier? She's got to have it at this point, right? Or did I equip it already? Let's see. Excuse me. Excuse me again. Yeah, she does have Sky Soldier. Okay, so this is one of the things that we want for her. I forget if she got this on screen or off screen while I was doing stuff, but Sky Soldier is a really solid ability, specifically for Leia. It's also pretty good for Mela, but I don't know if she gets it, so... either way, what it does is it allows Leia to deal 25% more damage in the air and also reduce her TP consumption by 25%. And that stacks with the Emerald Ring and the Fairy Ring, so yeah, she's gonna be pretty good. As if she wasn't already really good, now she's going to be even better. So we'll make that work. Anyway, while they're busy doing their thing, I don't think we have anything left to do here, so our next section to go to is this fractured dimension here. So off we go. Before we do, actually, let me double check my food. I think I'm good on food, but I'm not 100% sure. It looks like I have all of the ones I purchased, but did we eat anything? No, we did not. So let's eat something first, and then we'll go to the fractured dimension. How about that? I'll eat a tofu cracker just to start. Don't want to eat anything too heavy or too volatile before we travel through space-time. I feel like if I can, get sick eating something too heavy in real life just from walking around in the Earth's gravity, eating something too heavy and then going through a vacuum in space-time probably would mess with your insides a hell of a lot more. So, but either way, off we go. I don't know why I decided to go outside to do it. We can do this perfectly fine from inside a building, but here goes nothing. Okay, well, let's search for the divergence catalyst. Doesn't look all that different from the Drellin that we know. I mean, hell, the fresh mutton guy is still here. Okay, I don't need to know that part. Just want to look around for the person with the red. There's usually somebody with a red dialogue box, like the little happy face in it is red, so that usually is an indicator of where to go. And I don't see anybody out here, so maybe in here? No, unless you're over there, which you're not. Maybe at the station, but if not, I know where we're supposed to go. I'm just not 100% sure if the game points it out to you, and you have to investigate the town in order to get it pointed out to you, or if you're just expected to go. It just says find the divergence catalyst up there, so I will take a look around and just find out. I'm not seeing anybody with a red dialogue box, so since that's the case, and since I know that I can purchase things here, I really want to. Speaking of which, since I can purchase things here, can I, buy any new items that I couldn't buy before from their... I was gonna say, where's their weapon shop, but it's just locked up by the armor and stuff. Nope, nothing new. Okay, that's fine. Leia can just sit at 9 AC. Instead of where she's supposed to be. Anyway, Katamar Heights has new treasures, but all the enemies here, as far as I'm aware, are exactly the same as they were. Oh, good. I get to stare at Tanner right at the beginning of the enemy data from the very beginning of this thing now. That's fantastic. But yeah, as you can see, we already did all of the stuff in Katamar, so in terms of the monster fighting. So probably, unless we see something like a Bakura or something, I probably won't bother. I do want to look for the holes here, though, because there is a little bit of new treasure around. So, and maybe I'll occasionally look for the elemental ore stuff as well, because that's not bad to have either. I think I passed one of the holes. Okay. I think I passed one of the holes in the process of going over here. We don't have to worry about any cats or anything, though, so I'm not really too concerned about that. I'm more worried about the ore and the holes, which have some treasure in them. There's really only one hole that I particularly care about, and I think it's over here. Oh, good, a small sandwich. Just what I need for a trip on the road. Is this a hole? No. It's around here somewhere, though. I think. I could be wrong about that. I'm being chased by a wolf. There's the hole. I just saw it out of the corner of my eye. Hold on, let me circle around. Right here. didn't quite go all the way through there. Okay, a little bit of money. Not really worried about that. I think one of them has some migrant plumes in it, though, so that's why I'm kind of looking for it. And I remember it being near a patch of rocks, or is that like the other screen? I can't remember. I remember it being like somewhere around here, maybe. Okay. Well, I guess I'm getting into an encounter here. It's a good thing we have Elise to prevent back attacks. I'll fight the enemies, because why the hell not, but... you know, not necessary. Okay. Get a little CP reduction. Pop them with a Mind Collapse. Go. Nice.
All right, feeling good, feeling great.
Got that lottery proc as well. But yeah, the tofu cracker should sustain us for a little while here, while we're just kind of putzing around. Here it is. Here's the other hole. Is there? No. Okay. Thought I saw some more elemental ore in the corner of my eye. But yeah, that's why. I just wanted to make sure we had enough migrant plumes to be good to go. But we definitely do. We've got 24 at this point, so I think we're in pretty good shape. I don't think we're gonna need to worry about that. Oh, you're not quite done with that yet, huh? Okay, that's fine. I guess, so she'll be done with Cavern a little bit before Jude is done with Peak. So then I can just swap around as we go. And then Muse will be done with Erupting Geyser shortly after that, because Jude is slightly behind Elise on his element, and Muse is slightly behind Jude on her level 3 orb element, so there's still a little bit to go, but we are mostly done with orb stuff, and then we don't have to worry about ore ever again. Excuse me. Thank you to the 50-cent DLC for Yggdrasil that I paid for, and also thank you to Poker, excuse me, for being a really good source of orb, or rather not orbs, extractors. That's really nice. I see more ore right here. I think there's 2 caves here, maybe 3. And then after that, I don't think there's any more items. So I think there's one in here and one more in a different cave later. Some beetle legs. Don't really need those for much of anything, but sure, thanks, I guess. But I wouldn't worry too much about it if you don't get the stuff here. It's not critical. It's not like you're going to miss out on, I don't know, it's not like you're going to miss out on an extractor or something if you don't go here. Oh, well, it's raining a little bit on this screen. That's a good sign, I think. Okay, I'm being attacked from all sides here, so let me just slide on over like this. I think the other hole was over here. I don't remember if it has anything in it, though. Sometimes these holes have stuff in them, and sometimes they don't, so... This one... Well, it has a bunch of ore, so, you know, I'll take it. Ooh, that's an enemy directly in front of me. You got about 100 left, so another 35 or so, and you'll be done with that. You need about 300. You're going to be working on that for a while. And you need about 700. Okay. Got it. So I'll keep that in mind for a little later. When we get into a situation where we've gotten enough ore to where I can say, yeah, we should be good there. Like, that'll get Elise about half of what she needs right there. Oh, good, more poop to pick up. No, thank you. I don't think I need any more bee stung. Speaking of which, I think I mentioned before, but you use bee stung in the process of creating gold dice, I think it is, or is it silver dice? You use it in the process of creating either of those dice for custom orders, and you need like 33 of them per die that you create. And I think if the custom orders for the dice unlock when you get your first one from like rewards from other stuff, we should be coming up on our first silver die pretty soon. I think. So, if it unlocks after that, that's cool, because then we will be able to make some. But in addition to that, you really don't need to make any from custom orders, because, well, frankly speaking, if it unlocks from custom orders, I imagine it's also going to unlock at the poker tables. And the prizes at the poker tables, well, you can basically just purchase them very easily with poker chips. I think silver die, a silver die is like, I want to say like 500 chips. It's really, really reasonable. So I don't think we're going to have to worry too much about it, honestly. Okay, so Elise is done now with darkness. Yep. She went a little over, but that's okay. So you're not quite done with Peak yet, so let's give you Gale to work on it for a little bit, just until... Is that level 4 of that? Ah, she might be done with Wind at 10,000, then Elise will be pretty close as well. But Jude's not quite done with Peak, so we'll give him back... I'll give Elise Peak once Jude's done with it, and we'll give him... probably... Is anybody using Yin and Yang right now? I don't think so. Nope, so we'll give him Yin and Yang after this, and then he can finish with Waterfall, so that way Alvin can finish Waterfall and then move right along for his. So that would mean Elise would have... Well, maybe I should actually give Peak to Muse, since she's done with Gale. I'll give Elise Gale until she's done with it, so then she can work on Peak once Muse's done with it. Give Jude Yin and Yang, and then let Alvin keep working on Waterfall, and then maybe Bonfire once he's done with Waterfall. So that way Muse can eventually work on Bonfire once she's done with everything else. So, and she's almost done with her water at the moment. So yeah, we're moving along very swimmingly. I like the fact that it's one of the nice things about doing all of the side stuff that we did for the past 3.5 streams is that you get very palpable, tangible results from it in terms of how much stuff gets unlocked. Everybody's kits feel a lot more complete after that jaunt through the wilderness, because you've just gone and gotten all the higher level of Allium Orb stuff for them. Was that a... Okay. Nothing good, just pointy talons. More ore over here, though. Which art did you Oh, probably Elemental Hymn, actually. Because I was going to say, you didn't quite get done with your water just yet, did you? Because this needs 16,680, and actually that needs Earth, so this is... Once she hits 16,680 in just a little bit, she'll be done with this, Soul Absorption. Haven't really used that, but it's exactly the same as when Maxwell used it in the first game. She takes TP away from the enemy and gives it to you, and it can combo things because it's water elemental, so if you have trouble hitting water element with Muse, that might be something that you could use that's worthwhile. As a matter of fact, I might want to think about trying to use that, because I have her combo ending with a spell that she casts using Chain Spell, but I don't know if that might drop the combo, because even with an almost instant cast on her chain, it might be problematic. I'll figure it out as we go. It's not really something I'm too worried about for now. So you're just about there, and you're going to be a while on that, so I need to stop checking this like a fanatic. It's fine. We'll make it. But Jude needs about, I think it looked like 400.
Wow.
I wasn't really paying that much attention, to be fair.
Once.
Well, if it keeps raining, it might turn into a lake again.
That's why Jude's trying to create Spyrites in the first place, to keep things like this from happening again.
Right.
That'll be the day.
You
No,
act
I
like
don't know.
This doesn't affect you. How do you think Mila felt when she...
How should I know, huh? I'm not your Mila.
Jude will succeed and save us. Mila sacrificed herself to give us this extra time. There's no way Jude will let us down.
He knows what's important.
Something's glowing.
What do you see, El?
Maybe it's those ruins Nova was talking about.
If
So
they
maybe in
haven't
this
collapsed
dimension...
In this dimension, there's a good
Yeah.
chance we'll find the divergence catalyst in them.
Yeah, because it wouldn't have collapsed it. Okay.
Afraid
At
of
all.
thunder, huh?
What? Me afraid of a little thunder? Come on.
I don't know about that.
I saw something on the ground right at that moment.
There's no reason to be ashamed.
No, you don't get it. When I hear thunder, I think of what happened to Daddy.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Just make it stop.
Poor kid.
Huh?
Man, this thunder's pretty intense, huh?
Let's focus on getting to the ruins.
I was gonna say, I don't know if you need to get
Mila
all this
Maxwell,
way, but
the other one sure has some good friends.
well, you know, at the rate we're going, she's probably gonna pop up somewhere. Hell, you could join that retinue.
I suppose I do. Who knows where she is, but if I got the chance, I would.
Well, you'd have, you know, probably have an interesting conversation, at the very least. A little bit of extra ore.
Let's get into the ruins before I catch a cold.
Ah, it's an old wives' tale.
There won't be any more thunder.
You can't catch a cold from the Excuse me. No, you can't catch a cold from the rain. That's actually, like... You catch a cold because of, like, after the rain, because your immune system might feel a little bit weakened from certain things, but you won't catch a cold directly from being out in the rain, so... And usually, rain is accompanied by, like, certain seasons where it's more likely for you to catch a cold. So. But anyway, yeah, that rock slide that I talked about that was here in Epsilon Ruins in the Prime Dimension is gone. It's completely free, this section in the Fractured Dimension, so now we can head directly inside Epsilon Ruins. So off we go.
Ew, it's all musty in here. Ah, the humidity's making me swell up!
I mean, I guess it's better than being out in the rain, but I don't know if I want Tipo to get bloated. That doesn't sound like such a good idea. Hey Marie, how you doing? Welcome back. What's going on? Is the fractured meal sulking, or are we just having a... Oh, we're just having a moment. We're finally moving on with the main story. We're in chapter 10 now. And we had to go to a fractured dimension where, basically in the Prime Dimension, the Epsilon ruins were... a rock slide collapsed and completely buried them past Drellin and the Katamar Heights. But in the fractured dimension, the rock slide never happened. So now we're going to explore and see if we can find the divergence catalyst here. Because Vera said there is a high likelihood that this one contains a waymarker. So we'll see what we can do. I do want to run into all of the unique enemies around here if possible, though, because once the dimension collapses, obviously we won't have a chance to anymore. So if I can do that, I will. Who am I linked up with? Oh, Mila. Okay.
Good work.
Thank you.
Hey, you did it! I guess you're not too bad.
Oh good, and some of the enemies around here drop giant fish fins. We need a bunch of those for, whatchamacallit. We need 14 of those for our materials for custom orders, so we will want to get a few of those. Hey, and Lifeblood, how you doing? Welcome back. Really busy, so you weren't there. That's okay. Not a problem. I understand. Hopefully you are not going to be as busy, because being busy all the time is just as bad as never being busy at all, if you want my honest opinion. It's the same idea as all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy, I guess. But anyway, we're in Tales of Xillia 2 now. Time travel, space travel, that's the name of the game here, and we are in a different dimension, fighting our way through, doing some crazy shit. Guess do one of these for Elise as well. I don't know, did we miss one of the bats? Because if we did, it's dead now. Yeah, I think it, yep, definitely dead.
High five! The proof of friendship.
Hi, Wiggle!
Alright then. Cool. It's going to be nice being able to use our mystic arts now, though, because if we miss anything, or if anything just like pops up that I wasn't expecting, or if another wave pops up, just being able to use that and, you know, finish them off will be fairly nice. Didn't really need anything, so I figured, whatever, I'll just eat this sandwich. Do pay your rent, though, even if you are late. Well, thank you for paying your rent. That's always good. It keeps you from being out on the street, which is where we wouldn't want you. And you would pay this month too, but you put a limit here. I'll just stick the Kid Icarus Uprising on for this month. It's fine, because I'll just take that payment and apply it to this month. So that way it's not like you're waiting. You know what I mean? Until it happens. So. No, I didn't miss. There we go. Oh, you're weak to electricity, huh? Or not electricity, what was that? What was the element I was just using? That's what he's weak to, fire. God, I'm losing it apparently. I can't hit him. Leia, can you take care of this guy? Because I'm losing my mind here. Maybe I do this. Okay, well, arc fire isn't really going to do me much good here. So I'll just leave that. I don't think there's any caves in this cave.
I bet old ruins like these are full of ghosts.
Now is when you decide to bring that up?
I mean, why wouldn't you? Like, it's an old cave. Of course there would be ghosts. All right, so you're still working on that. That's fine. Jude's done with Peak now. Okay, so he can move on to Yin and Yang. Let's do that. You're still working on that, so that's fine. And you need about 180 to be finished with water, and then I can move you to... I guess I'll move you to Peak? Yeah, because then Alvin can move to Gale once Elise is done with it. And then one of you can do Aurora after that point, so I'm not really too worried about it, because I'll move you to Bonfire once you're done with Waterfall, I think. And then move you to Gale and go from there. So, I don't know. We'll see. Making chicken wings tomorrow, made buffalo sauce today, and you also need to do other things. Nice. Sounds like a plan. Hopefully they come out good. Am I okay? Evidently not. I think I need to check the side of my face, make sure it's not drooping so I'm not having a stroke. By the way, you got some money and spent it on Atlas games. That said, do you guys know Soul Hackers 2? I'm vaguely aware of its existence. I've never played it. I haven't really heard anything about it, so I don't know. Hopefully it's good. Heard about a patch after launch to add a run button because the MC moved like she was going through molasses before, which is understandable. Do you run very fast in heels? Probably not. No, that would be unlikely. Would say so, but on the other hand, there's a fact about the MC that you don't want to spoil. Okay, well, fair enough. I'm, like I said, I'm not aware of it, so it's, I don't ever plan on playing it, but, yeah, it's probably best not to spoil it in case anybody does want to play it. So. Blue Passage. I don't remember how long this chapter is. I don't remember it being that long. I don't think we'll be doing it the whole day today, but, we'll see. Ringo's cool, that's the most you'll say. Alright, well, fair enough. What's with the Silver Civilization music? Oh, never mind. That's why there's Silver Civilization music, because this place looks like it fell from the sky in Skies of Arcadia. Let's hope we don't find Ramirez in here. Holy cow. Or Zelos.
The security systems might still be online.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
Standing out in the thunderstorm and wetting ourselves.
I mean, you get wet in a thunderstorm, Tipo, to be fair.
I'm not some fraidy cat, you know.
You don't have to justify it to me there, young lady. I get it, you're brave. Both of these are good advice, what the hell? I mean, I want to pat her ego by saying she's brave, but I also want to tell her there's nothing wrong with being scared of a little bit of electricity. She's like 6 years old, like... I'd be afraid of thunder at her age, too. You know, I'm going to say the R1.
Yes, there is. When you're scared, you can't do your best, and only the best can make it to Canaan.
I don't know. I think sometimes being scared actually brings out the best in people.
What? What are you talking about?
Don't worry about it.
What I meant to say was, I admire your strength, kid.
Well, I'm glad the two of you have good rapport. That's good.
Rolo, I don't see him.
You know, that's a good
I
question.
don't see him either.
Didn't he?
Was Rolo with us when we entered the rift? I honestly can't remember.
Didn't he run off before we entered into the rift? I don't know.
Well, that was helpful.
Oh,
Well,
come on, Luger.
just a
You
platitude.
need to be a more attentive kitty daddy.
Listen, if he wants to run off, he's the king of the cats. If he runs off, that's fine. Okay, there we go. Oh.
Huh? Rolo, why are you being a butthead?
It seems we are meeting again.
Did not expect to hear that from this young child.
Who said that?
You may
Cam
refer to
Clark,
me
is that
as
you?
Odin. I am
Oh.
the system that oversees Thor, the Ark of Time.
Well, at least you're not Kratos in this game.
It's one of the
Not that there's
waymarkers.
anything wrong with being Kratos,
Yes,
but
indeed I am.
You're
How
a
do you-
waymarker that knows you're a waymarker?
they're
I know far more
becoming
than
self-aware.
that. I know about you as well. All your weaknesses, to be exact.
Oh, so you know I can't hit a combo to save my life.
Unless you wish to face your demise.
Are we heading
Fun.
further in?
This Odin
Naturally.
fellow sounds like he means business.
There's only one way
And
to find
I'm
out.
in the business
Let's go
of
say
destroying
hello.
fractured dimensions, so now we both mean business.
That just now? That's the Mila I know.
Well, they didn't say there was that much that changed about her. Guess you could spoil it since it happens in like the first 5 minutes of the game. Oh, good. Bats. Yeah, Gigas, now. Why is this place looking like it came out of a different JRPG? The Ark of... I'm sorry, what fractured dimension is this? The self-aware one, apparently. So that's fun. Oh, good, there's Mandragoras in here. That's fun. I probably should have done this off of Elise, because then she could, whatchamacallit. Man, this guy takes no damage from the slash. Thanks for the auto aid, that's nice. Oh, I can't do anything from the air anymore. Oh no, I can do something from the air. I can falling snow from the air. I always forget that I can do that in the air.
Phew! What a fight!
It's kind of an important part of Luger's combo, so that's not really something you want to be forgetting you can do in the air. So. Girl looks like Maximilian, the Elemental King. That's best described as a pervert in your eyes. Well, she's, that's Mila, who in the first game was,
What are you so
the
angry about?
descendant, quote-unquote, of Maxwell. So. It's just not the same Mila, it's a different one. There are two now. The structure of the fractured dimension.
How did that voice guy know that this is a fractured dimension?
If it wasn't you, then some other interloper probably told him.
You mean the fractured dimensions might have their own set of agents?
Well, that tracks, honestly, because if Spirius didn't use its own agents in each dimension, they would become the Divergence Catalyst because they would be so different from the Prime Dimension.
That
So,
actually makes sense.
yeah.
We've already encountered another Mila, so why couldn't there be another Luger too?
Or another Julius, or another Rideau, or another Ivor. Good lord, we don't need more of him.
But that Mila isn't the same Mila as our Mila.
Sure, but
Excuse me?
you don't have to rub it in.
Although she's just as scary.
But if agents from fractured dimensions were destroying each other's worlds, wouldn't the fracture problem take care of itself?
Maybe they're not destroying it fast enough, because they can become catalysts.
Kronos could be making more fractures than the agents can destroy.
Oh, yeah, that's fair too, actually. So apparently Kronos is creating fractures. That's nice of them to just drop in a skit. I feel like that should be, you know, put out front and center. I'm making fractures in the dimensions. That's my job.
How?
How would I know?
This is all way too complicated for me. But if it is true that he's creating more fractures than they can fix, that would be pretty tragic, because that means that he is artificially causing the destruction, like he's forcing the destruction of multiple dimensions, which means thousands and thousands of people are dying every time he decides to fracture something, and that is pretty tragic.
It really would. It would be a continuous cycle of destruction with no purpose.
Right?
And just who's deciding which destruction has a purpose? Are you that convinced of the supremacy of your dimension?
I don't know about that.
Well, I don't...
Stop pretending you're heroes and admit your motives are selfish. You owe that much to the people you're eliminating in order to save yourselves.
I'm not sure entirely if this is motivated by selfishness. If anything, it's a mercy because they won't die horrible, awful deaths as space and time rends around them. Like, is that selfish or altruistic? It's kind of hard to tell.
I'm sorry, Luger. I shouldn't have put it like that.
Yeah, it's all good. Remember, she's the one who's had her dimension destroyed on her.
Dimensions are all different possible alternatives to this one. I wonder if any of them contain a world where we don't have to do this.
If we're honest, Elise, that one probably got eliminated first. Anyway. But yeah, again, this place looking like it came out of a different JRPG. Maxwell was his name, yes, that's correct. How would you feel if you were told you were in another dimension and that dimension had to die to save the Prime Dimension? You have other things to buy it. Oh, for the Persona 3 remake. Yeah, it would be pretty difficult, honestly, to take that and be like, yeah, okay, sure, that sounds like great advice. I'll die for your dimension. And it's like, I don't know if anyone would agree with that. How would you, like, okay, my reality is the inferior one to yours? Okay, sure. Excuse me. But again, I'd like to look at it from a point of altruism because it's like, okay, we're saving you from dying horrible, awful deaths. You'll just die suddenly, like that, instead. I feel like that's not really a good justification now that I think about it. Like, saying it out loud makes it seem like not a good justification. Yeah, it's very murky water. I feel like a lot more people die when a dimension is destroyed. Yeah, and that's true. And that's what would happen as well. I don't know if I made that clear, but if a divergence catalyst pops up in a dimension, it's not a slow rend. Once a catalyst shows up in the dimension just starts like folding in on itself until everyone dies. So that's why we destroy it quickly, so that it can just speed that process all the way to its end result, so that people aren't just slowly getting, ripped asunder and spaghettified into the void, because that kind of sucks. So, oh yeah, for the Persona 3 remake, have other things to buy at this point, sorry. Yeah, I can't say I'm hyped for it, but honestly, that door opened by itself. We'll look at that after we fight this golem. I've never been a huge fan of Persona 3. I have a problem with it where I can't take it seriously beyond the first 5 minutes once they shoot themselves in the head with a gun. Like, after that point, it's like, okay, all bets are off. Absolutely nothing can make me take anything this game says seriously, because how could I? You shot yourself in the head with a gun. I understand it serves a purpose in the game, but like, really? That's how you're gonna do it? I like it much better in Persona 4 when they use tarot cards instead. It's much less ridiculous, to the point where it won't let me take anything seriously. I'll do chocolate parfait because we haven't been healing TP, so I'll do that, and then we'll move on to pudding cake or fruit and cheese probably. God, they've even got the freaking treasure chest from SMT Nocturne. These Maka chests, and look at, they undo themselves exactly like the Maka chests in Nocturne and Digital Devil Saga as well. What the hell? It's like they were looking directly at Nocturne and they were like, we kind of like this. I'm going to reference this right now. Oh, rare metal's actually useful as well for our purposes. It's also used for custom orders. We need 19 of it? Yeah, so 14 giant fish fins and 19 rare metal. There you go. Fate Grand Order has a thing like that in the main story right now in Arc 2.0, Cosmos in the Lost Belt. After the people in the first Lost Belt learned we needed to destroy their dimension, they turned on us. They were allies previously because they thought we were helping them save their nation. Yeah, that's a slippery slope. If any idea how big a dimension is, it would take billions of Earth years before we notice. No need to worry. I don't think that's the impression the game gives. The impression that the game gives is that the dimensions are a lot smaller than that. It's not a matter of the whole universe caving in on itself. It's a matter of the time-space around the divergence catalyst slowly folds in on itself. So, like, it's localized to the point where those people will die, and then I imagine all of the space beyond that would fold in afterwards. So, like, it starts at the point of divergence. That's where time and space starts folding in on itself. and then I think I made it sound like it starts outside and comes in. It actually probably starts inside and comes out. So, like, all of the people on this planet in every dimension would die horrible, awful, spaghettified deaths if we didn't destroy it first. It's probably already happened a few times. More than a few, I would imagine, because of how many potential parallel universes there are. But that's getting into time travel nonsense, and I am far from an astrophysicist, so I don't know if I'm the right person to really get into the depths of that, honestly. So. Alright, I'll just head on through and take shots while I'm at it. There you go.
Whoa, check you out!
Isn't there a strike hit for guns? Is it up? Yeah, okay. It is up. To do a strike hit. It's a little tougher to do it than, you know, could be. Because you gotta kind of tilt the stick like you're doing just a tilt attack and smash. But, not accidentally jump as well. I just keep getting super Nocturne vibes out of all of this. It's ridiculous. Okay, so some elemental protection. That's nice. I guess if you needed it, here it is. I think we've got some for the light and dark ones as well, because I needed them for custom orders. So now we should have, I think, one of each. I guess we can look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, we've got one of each at least, so now we can use those if anything comes up that would kill us like that. This reminds you of the Twilight Dimension. Pretty sure this came out before I don't know what Noctis is, but pretty sure this doesn't work like this. Like physics doesn't work like this. I imagine physics is what you mean there. We are fighting for our dimension's right to exist in Arc 2.0. We have turned into absolute monsters because at the point where you are at in the story, we've deleted 5 lost belts worth of lives to try and save proper human history. It gets dark at times, yeah. And I feel like this game doesn't shy... I don't have any experience in Fate, so I can't really speak to that game's experience, but I feel like this game doesn't shy away from the idea of saying, no, what you're doing is kind of fucked.
I've never seen anything like it.
But, I mean, that's kind of par for the course. Oh, look, a Moonstone. I think that was nerfed since the first game as well. Did that say 20%? Let me see. Where'd it go? Down here. Yeah, so it was nerfed from the first game. It was 30% in the first game, and it's only 20 here. So, but yeah, this game doesn't shy away from the idea of doing things that are in the morally gray area. So, you know. Alright, these Ruined Guardians seem to be the ones that give the rare metal, so keep that in mind. They also seem to be, well, not weak to fire necessarily, but... There you go! Well, that was a bizarre,
Wait, luck?
that was a bizarre link art, but sure, I'll take it. It's acknowledged in Grand Order that what you're doing is super fucked. Your character can't really back down, though. That's the actual issue. Any story, there will be a villain and a hero. It just depends on who you ask. That girl can shut her own overprivileged ass up. She can be glad she's still alive. I mean, to be fair, yeah, Mila did have... She got a pretty good deal out of the whole thing. She's the only survivor of a dimension that was completely destroyed. I think it's just... It hit her particularly hard because we had to kill her sister in order to save, like... Well, we didn't have to kill her sister to save her. We did kill her sister to save her, but that's because her sister was the divergence catalyst, so, like, that's why she had to die.
We did it! Yeah, you go, Elise!
Again, morally gray area. Hey, Tanim, how you doing? Welcome back. We are moving on with the main story, finally. We're working on Chapter 10 and talking about moral gray areas in video games because that is exactly what we are doing at the moment and exactly what we've been doing. I'll have a small fruit and cheese, actually. Eat all our small foods first. What is this thing? Good question. No reaction. Seems the power's been cut. It is pretty suspicious, though. I'll head back to this. No. Guess I overdid it. Thanks for the auto aid.
Now,
that wasn't what I wanted to do. There we go. There it is, Fat Rolo. Yeah, there's a small percentage chance when you use Lucky Cat that instead of the gold cat that they throw at him normally, you get Fat Rolo. It's like a giant chocobo, or a fat chocobo, that you're throwing at people. It's fun. Alright, well, if we can find something that takes care of the cut power, it's got to be in this room, because beyond this, the ruins are collapsed, so... I don't know if that's actually going to hit, but it did. Okay. See, that's what I mean, is you have to tilt the stick up, and sometimes it doesn't even register that you're tilting the stick up, so... I kind of like linking up with Elise.
That's the Mila I remember. And I remember this as well.
Oh boy. I kind of like linking up with Elise because she kind of has, she's one of the few characters that has link arts that you can do from multiple weapons with Luger. It's kind of nice. I mean, auto aid is also kind of nice, but, you know, well, I don't need hard scales. But at the same time, being able to just do stuff from multiple angles is pretty nice.
I don't know. Should we fight it?
I don't think we have a choice, because either this thing has what we need to undo the power cut, or not. Wandering skeleton. Oh good, he's resistant to everything! That's fantastic! I'll just wait a second. Start a combo. Okay, we lost the combo. We'll start from here. I'll wait for power charge 3.
Hope you don't mind. Sharing is caring. Hope you don't mind. Sharing is caring.
Alright, I guess I'll start another combo.
I feel funny. You shouldn't do that.
I've been petrified! Oh, he's burning to death, so it's kind of fine. Honestly. I'll just wait. There we go. Okay, we got an energy unit out of him. Cool. That'll probably get us a little bit further.
The monster dropped this. If only we knew what to do with it.
If only. I mean, there's, you know, only so many things you can do with a key item, right? Like, for example, you can take it over to the energy unit and then use it for whatever it's supposed to do. I don't think we have much of a choice, so I guess we're going to use it. Device booted up. I'm being scanned, apparently. Please designate your transfer gate. Transferable gates are shown below. Oh, so it's like a Lotus Ring from the first game, except more technology-based. Cool. So let's go to the second east gate. Trying to take on more powerful foes in armor at the east gate. That was not the quote, but...
No further.
Oh.
So you say, but we sure aren't going back.
I like the cojones on this lady. That's pretty nice. And she's salty at you for it? I'd have just left her, sorry ass. Die and perish with your dimension for all I care. That's unfortunately not an option. She's important for story elements. And she has a good rapport with our 6-year-old child that we drag into all these messes, so I would, you know, I would rather she be with us than not. To me, freezing eruption is awesome, and you would spam it as much as possible. That's just you, though. Yeah, Dallin, is that you? I can do a decent old Dallin voice. Not great, but decent. That was who I was referencing, though. But yeah, freezing eruption is a really good combo starter as well. So if you don't want to use Hungry Hunter as your combo starter, it's a really good option. I just like using it as a combo ender because it deals so much more damage. I'm doing a Mystic Art. Why not? Nice.
Beach Brigade Sunscreen Rangers, go! Huh? You don't know?
What?
It's a branch of the Strata military specially trained to maintain peace.
What?
I am more confused after the second sentence than I was from the first. What? Okay. How do you know these things? Did you watch them on TV or something? Okay, pudding cake time. Yeah, they're Sentai, yeah, obviously, because Beach Brigade, Sunscreen, Rangers go, but, you know. That's all you need to know. I don't know where the hell that's from. Probably from another Namco Bandai game, though. Wish old Dallin had more purpose in the game. You just love him as a character. He's really good. I like his, like... I enjoy his characterization, and you're right, he is woefully underused. I believe he's also the same voice actor that voiced... Who was the guy from Final Fantasy X? Was that Meacham, I want to say? I forget his name exactly, but... yeah, he's always done a very, like... His voice is very recognizable, so...
How was that? We rock!
I only got geodes out of that one. Rare metal must be a rare drop. Which, I suppose, that tracks, huh? God damn it. You know, I will cry at a character death, but at the same time you're willing to kill and send somebody to oblivion when they're being a bitch so fast it isn't funny. Yeah, well, that's what I mean, right? Is that it's like, okay, well, you're being ungrateful, and I feel like that's kind of an option. You can just be like, no, you're being ungrateful, so just, you know, I'm not going to bother with you if you don't like her characterization. But at the same time, she's kind of in a really messed up situation, and you continue to do that same messed up situation by some virtue that she can't understand. So, you know, there's justification in both ways of treating her, I think. And the game lets you do both.
What are you
so.
looking at?
Oh, you're dressed just like the Mila we know.
I don't know about the color, though.
Really?
Like I would know.
I don't know, it feels like she's... This is gonna sound weird, but it feels like her outfit is simultaneously better equipped to handle monster fighting and also more modest than Mila from the first game, because Mila from the first game wore oven mitts, effectively. Like, this Mila, it looks like her stuff is, like, actually armored. Oh, hello. So I kind of like it better. I like the outfit a little better. Alright, back to the hammers. Hammers, like I'm using two. That'd be fun, I guess. I gotta remember that I can Falling Snow to stand an enemy up now when I switch, so I can actually incorporate Mind Collapse at the beginning of a combo if I really want to. Just like I just did. Oh, okay, there's something down here. More treasure! I'll take it. Animal glue? Gross. Gelatin. It's a very wide variety of treasures around here. I wonder what purpose they serve. Alright, I think we've fought enough of you for now. I'm mostly just interested in the golems. It is cool, though, that you can see all of the different areas that you've been to if you look up or down. I don't know if up you can see them, because the camera doesn't pan up enough. But you can see all the various areas when you get closer to them. So that's kind of nice. I think it's a bit more tasteful than what I ever picked for Prime Mila. Yeah, definitely. It's definitely way more tasteful. I can definitely say that this outfit... It feels more like someone would actually wear it to go out fighting. Because, like, the red parts on the shoulder there, it almost... Well, actually, it's more like upper arm than shoulder. But it protects the shoulder, and it practically looks like a pauldron. And that's very highly useful for the purpose of going out and fighting. I don't need you to stop guarding, because I can fix that for you. God, Falling Snow has such a ridiculous hit multiplier. It's nuts. Okay, got him.
This is my power.
Nice work. We're all almost due for a level restore, so... Wonder if I should use... actually, I should check the Allium Orb, because probably quite a few people are done, and I've just been putzing along, not letting them be done. You're still working on that. Okay, you're done with Waterfall. That's good. And I actually didn't miss it by too much, just a little bit. So, straight to Bonfire with you? Where is Bonfire anyway? Oh, there it is. Yeah, straight to Bonfire, I think, and then you can keep working on Gale. I'll give you Gale once she's done with that. Or maybe I'll just give you Aurora, actually, because I don't think it'll be too long before Muse's. Actually, it won't be too long till you're done with Aurora, because all you need is Legacy, so then I can give you back some stuff. I don't know. You've been done for a little bit with Water, though, so I guess I missed the boat on that one. That's okay. We could give you Torch Nebula, because that would probably work better than most of the other stuff. You don't really need the Dark, but everything else would go up pretty fast, so... Yeah, I'm going to give you Torch Nebula. Even if you get a little extra Dark element, that's not going to make a huge difference. It doesn't, like, unbalance anything, so... And then we can give you Aurora at the end, because Alvin will be done with it shortly. And you... Will you be done with... you need light for that. Is that... Okay, that's the end of that one. And the end of that one, but that's 14,230. So you still need a little bit in order to get there, but that's fine. 15,420 for fire, and then earth, also 15,420. Okay, so you're not going to be in too bad of shape. We'll just give you Aurora once you're done with that, because Alvin will be done soon. And then Muse will be done once she's done with Aurora. Why should you not do it? Should you just sit there and wait until your dimension perishes? No, thank you. I think we all agree that we will destroy other dimensions, keep our own alive. She would have done the same for her dimension, so she could stop being a hypocrite before I strangle her. Sorry, ass. Damn Lifeblood getting salty in the chat at things from a video game. It's okay. People react to these things in different ways. Really isn't that the water's quite as clear in your eyes, yeah. Or the water's quite clear in your eyes. Well, I mean, that's fair. It's a way of looking at it. I don't know if I would agree entirely with it, and I definitely wouldn't be getting as upset about it as you are, because it's a video game, it's hypothetical, but I'm not going to tell you what to say and do. So, like I said, it's very murky water. Perhaps you're adding more to it then, don't know. You empathize with her since we don't know if she would destroy other dimensions, but it's either that or the prime dimension dies, so. If she wouldn't, why is she helping you defend a dimension she isn't even originally part of? She's being the biggest hypocrite. And I mean, to be fair, I mean, if you look at it as no, hypocrisy is awful and anyone who engages in it is being awful, I mean, I can understand then being like, no, you can just go jump off a cliff. But I don't know. I think it adds a little moral complexity. So, that's the way I look at it anyway. And it doesn't bother me as much that she's being that way, I guess, because I feel like if I was rescued from a dimension without my own consent, I'd also be kind of a dickhead about it.
Get out of my way already.
Because she didn't consent to being saved either. Like, that was done by accident, basically. So I don't know. I'd probably also be a little upset. So I can see both sides to it. I can see, you know, treating her with disrespect because it's like, stop being a hypocrite about it. But at the same time, I could see myself in the same situation. Again, we're taking hypotheticals here. Being like, no, I'd probably also be pretty angry about the destruction of my own dimension as well. So, yeah, I don't know. I can see both sides of it. Okay, so you've got quite a bit to go yet, actually, because Dreadwings, this is only level 3. So that means you're going to need quite a bit more wind than I thought you would. Yeah, that's okay. It means you'll just be done at about the same time as Jude, which is all good. All right, let's check this underground cavity. See if they left us any goodies. I mean, I guess elemental ore is a pretty good goodie. Do I fight the bat? Maybe I just wander around the bat for now. I say I could fight these lizard men too, though, because they drop the fish fins that I need, so. It's not like I gotta worry about getting back attacked anyway, because, you know, that doesn't happen with the Lees in the party, so.
Wait, what in the hell just happened?
Sorry!
I was gonna say don't worry about it because I might have done it, but I did not do it. And Elise has it taken care of, so. Oh, that's not my splash. Mila, what the hell? How could you let him do that to us? What do I get out of hunting Phoenix anyway? Oh, okay. I guess I won't find out yet.
Hey, that was some great teamwork. Yeah, we'll call ourselves the Beauty Girls.
Well, people do tell me I've been looking beautiful these days.
Why do I highly doubt that?
See, and this one's a little weird too, though, right? Because it's like, this is why it felt murky in the first game, like whether or not Tipo was self-actualized, because in this game he just says stuff like that, and it's like, is that Elise's inner thoughts, or is that just Tipo being comic relief? Because if it's the latter, then that means Tipo is fully self-actualized and now capable of sentient thought.
You better not underestimate me.
This is the result of my hard work. Heck yeah!
So I don't know. It's kind of tough to tell with Tipo sometimes. Alright, well anyway. Yeah, we should probably eat something because they leveled up but we didn't, so... I'll just have the tofu cracker. That should be enough to tide us over. Gonna go grab some chocolate or some chips, you're hungry? Sounds like a plan. We'll see you in a little bit then, Marie. Her being saved by accident and being upset is fine, but then she should sit down at a house and stay out of this. But no, here she is destroying more and blaming you for doing it. Honestly, want to kill her. Way more than I would ever get into about a video game character, but again, you do you. And again, the game allows you to tell her, no, sit on the bench for the entire time, and I'm not doing anything affinity-wise with you, but I don't know. It doesn't bug me that much.
I figured as much.
And again, I can empathize because I feel like I would also be mauling and seething if I was saved without consent from a place like that. But I mean, again, it's all hypothetical, right? We can't really fully grasp how we would feel in this situation because this is a video game about time and space travel and dimensional destruction, and none of us will ever be in a situation where we have to worry about that. At least I would hope not, because that's kind of a lot. So
Let's be sure to keep this up.
I don't know, the swords are doing pretty good in this cave at the very least, so that's kind of nice. Is this a hole? This is a hole. Okay, I almost missed this. What do we got? Some more rare metal. That's good. Add to our collection. We're almost halfway there now. And this guy might drop a little more for me, please. Excuse me, I have the double item drops and everything. Oh, there's 2 of them. Good, that might make my fortunes a little bit better. Have a cat. Got him. Nice. And we can hit directly through the shield. Good. And a little more rare metal. He even gave me what I asked for. Thank you. That's so nice. Okay, so the bat is still there. What do I eat now? Got a whole bunch of medium stuff. And I don't want to eat this fruit yakisoba just yet, because I'm going to save that for the boss fight that's coming up at the end of the chapter. What the hell am I doing? We don't need the world map right now. Okay, so you still need like 800 more points to get to that, so I won't worry about you too much for now. I guess just a medium pudding cake. We have Elise if we need healing for HP-wise. So she can do our AoE healing for us. So that won't make a huge issue. Alright, back into the weird dimension. It's also a save point right here, so maybe it's a good idea once we go to the next room. Oh, that whole hallway has room, so I'm going to save right now before we go there, because that way it's a little easier. Dimension hopping is a plot point you have issues with. You like it, but if you can dimension hop, why don't you do it more? It's simultaneously over and underutilized. That's a fair point, actually, because it's like... You do it as much as the plot demands you to, but there are potential advantages that you could use to hopping around more. I think in this game there's a little bit of a justification because Luger's only one agent among many, right? Like there are other... While we're taking care of these specific dimensions, we're mostly doing the ones that are at the highest risk, right? And that's why Luger's doing it, because he's one of their most elite agents. He has the most strength. The smaller dimensions that have lower end catalysts are being taken care of by other agents, so we don't have to hop around as much. At least that's the justification I would put for it. I don't know if that works for what you mean, but there you go. One of the biggest things you hate is hypocrites, and that's why you hate her. If she was like talking about how it makes her sad or something, you could not care about this. Yeah, and that's fair. I mean, hypocrisy is one of those things. It's either something that people get really upset about or something that people are like, eh. So, yeah, I get that. It's one of those things that doesn't particularly bother me all that much. People lie for a lot of different reasons, or act like hypocrites for a lot of different reasons. So. I mean, sometimes people lie to protect themselves because it's easier to, you know, act the way that she's acting than to try to confront the way that she feels about the whole thing, right? Like, that, it could be a psychological thing. She's still coming to terms with it, and it's just she has to kind of do what she's doing to protect herself from the mind standpoint. There's a bunch of different factors to it, so. Again, I'm not going to justify anything that she's saying or doing, because, I don't know. It feels like that would be a losing battle, honestly. I mean, again, the game makes her act this way, so it's not like you can just say, I can actually, I was going to say I can get you up if I do this correctly, but I didn't do it correctly. Oh, more giant fish fins, though. That's nice. Yeah, I believe I have Leia's ability equipped that doubles our items that we get, so that actually helps quite a bit in terms of getting these extra few items from enemies, because we needed quite a few of them, so. We actually already have 9 giant fish fins and 12 rare metals, so we only need 7 more of these and 5 more of these, and then there you go, we're good. I'm just gonna walk around this one. We'll go down in a second. But doing this might re-roll the enemies down there to get me more golems or crystal seashell. Or more golems or more the lizard men.
I have no desire for meaningless conflict. Please leave.
Are you begging us now? Either. Yeah, we don't have much of a choice, big guy. Sorry to say it. This is the morally gray chapter, unless that wasn't. If that wasn't immediately clear from before, from the other things that we've been doing. Oh, good. There's more refuse in here. That's a good word for it. Don't need hard scales either. All right, we'll go. We didn't go down, I don't think, so we'll go in the cavity, and then we'll go down to that door that we didn't see before. Oh, good, a golem. I think there's another one behind him. And a bat, but I don't really need to worry about the bats. Maybe this will break it? Oh, he resists that. What are you resisting? Oh, earth. Okay. I'll just wait. I got this one, Leia. There we go. Now who's strong against Earth?
Alright, you should get things done.
Man, 2 rare metal. We're eating good right now. We're getting all the materials. I won't even have to worry about fighting the stuff on Barnour High Road or Arkland Quag that has this stuff. The rate we're going, we'll have all of it before we're done with this chapter. If you don't get enough rare metal, by the way, for all the things that I want to make, let's say you want to make the same things I do, you can actually get the stuff from... can I wake you up with this? I sure can. Nice. Yeah, you can actually get the stuff from monsters in Arkland Quag, or from Barnour High Road. I believe all the soldiers drop rare metal in Barnour, and then the other stuff is dropped by monsters like this guy, I think. There are lizard men there too, or merfish, I guess is the correct term. I did, in fact. I wasn't sure if I Hungry Huntered him there, because I didn't hear the words Hungry Hunter being uttered.
Oh, you're dressed just like the...
Okay, so, what we got down here? Oh, another passageway. Maybe I should go back. Because if this is going down... Maybe I should go back. Is there a way back up? There is no way back up. Okay, well, I guess we're stuck down here now. If there was anything in that room, I'll have to come back for it, because I'm sure the elevator teleporter, whatever it is, will eventually take me back there, so. Hang on, let me catch up on chat, because I think I missed a little bit. Advantage, hop around and fix issues in your dimension by finding solutions in others. Disadvantage, you can't always control where you go. Yeah, there you go. I feel like even Phoenix Wright can't defend her. I mean, it's like defending a war criminal, right? Like, you'd never want to be the one to defend a war criminal because if they're on trial for war crimes, that means they lost the war and everybody hates them anyway, right? So, there you go. It's late and you're tired. Good night. All right, Lifeblood, take it easy. Have good sleep. Hopefully the spaghetti upsetty that you felt here isn't going to prevent you from sleeping well. This place is trippy. On the subject of Tipo, Tipo's a booster. The rest is not something to acknowledge. Less headache, though. I mean, you know, that's honestly fair, because I feel like the more we try to go down the rabbit hole of is Tipo sentient, the worse off we're going to get. Like, the game does not give us enough information to know, really, whether or not he's sentient, so maybe we're better off not asking that question. I think, okay, well, there's no merfish in this one, but should be able to, oh, that doesn't give us a thing. Okay. What does this give me? Oh, erratic element.
Now we're getting it.
Poke.
Well, that's about it.
Yeah, I think we're almost done on rare metal now. Let's see. We are done on rare metal now. We have 19. We just need the 4 fish fins. So now all we need to do is kill the merfish guys. And by the way, if you go into the enemy data here, there's no stars for these ones. So you can defeat them if you want. And it's actually a good idea to defeat any unique ones that you see so that way you can get a full bestiary if that's what you're looking for. There is a grade-based title that you get for getting a full bestiary later on in the game. But, yeah, so try to defeat any unique ones that you see, but don't worry about it if you know... Don't worry about getting stars, because you don't need to get stars. It's going to be taken care of for you. So, alright, you keep going, you keep going. Excuse me, you're not quite there yet. I guess I keep thinking we're getting more than we're actually getting because we keep fighting certain things, so... But we're not. Oop, hang on. Uh-huh, yeah, saw that one. Oh, it didn't even have anything in it! Damn it. I'm not being rewarded for my attentiveness. That's okay. I do see some ore over here, though. And a merfish, so that's good. Jude got a skill that's probably either HP Surge, TP Surge, or both. I'm just gonna walk up here.
What the heck? Hey, it wasn't on purpose. This is a job for 2.
Just wander right up to him. Hit him with all the money that I've paid out so far.
Wait, luck?
This cat represents the crippling medical debt that I'm under. Oh, for fuck's sake. I spoke of the devil, and here she is.
Just doing my job after all. Don't take me, okay?
And now I feel vaguely upset about the fact that I just called her the devil. But it's like she heard me. Like, how is that possible? Oh, good, a giant fish fin. Just, it's like the conversation just went in that direction, and then here's Nova. Like, how does this happen? Oh, boy. Got enough rare metals now? Is this X8? Yeah, if this was X8, we'd need a hell of a lot more. I'm glad it's not. Can Nova call between dimensions? It's about that time. Yes, in fact, she can. I did, in fact, speak of the devil, yes, and so I summoned her into existence. What kind of provider lets you call people between dimensions? Spurious Corporation, where the GHS works no matter where in space-time you are. They actually talked about that previously, though. Like, in one of the cutscenes, the first time we went into the dimension, I think it was in Chapter 7, we went into a fractured dimension, and they were like, you can call us from here? And Vera was like, yeah? Is that weird? I don't want that manual control things. Just break the guard already. Thank you, Tipo.
We're the best.
I should really eat something. Let's eat some fruit and cheese. Are we there yet? My feet hurt. We missed that part because we went into a battle, but...
Stop whining.
Well, the red dimension's looking a little busted up. I think Kagetsuchi's been having a field day in here. Sorry, I'm probably going to make a lot of Nocturne references because this place just reminds me of it. Oh. Okay, well, we're going to fight another wandering skeleton in a minute, so get ready for that. Yeah, I just like the ability to look through the walls and see things that you're going to fight next. Like, that just is such a cool little feature. So. Won't see that in Nocturne. You know, technically speaking, I could probably... Okay, we didn't miss any of them. Good. I was going to say, technically speaking, I could probably make a second combo for Ludger because I think all of his other arts are on non-L1 buttons. So I could make a second combo for him using L1 arts because the only one that's on L1 is Freezing Eruption, if I remember correctly. So technically speaking, Ludger can have 2 combos. I can vary things up a little bit. We'll see if I can make anything else. A seafood set? Well, we could probably use that back at home. Spicy chicken roll? Maybe that would be worth it for the boss fight. And a veggie set. Again, some strange treasures, though. Like, is it just... Are they just giving us random things because, you know, they're things that'll be necessary for custom orders? Or is there something else going on here? Like, what purpose would a seafood and veggie set be doing for a place that's highly technological and computerized like this, you know? Seems strange. Something's off. Something doesn't add up. It's time to do some digging.
Don't mess up my big
And to be fair, we're basically excavating the ruins considering they're underground in the Prime Dimension, so... Got that one.
This is my power.
Did I eat anything? Okay, I did. I ate fruit and cheese medium. Just realized Ludger has to be bugged or chipped if Nova always knows how much you have, because the boss fight can be avoided with a good meal. I don't know, you're grasping at straws. Well, we will find out. There is a reason for all this stuff being here. It's not like the game's going to put all the stuff here and then leave us hanging. I'm just dropping the hint, you see. Oh, there's another one. Okay, so there's 2 wandering skeletons this time. And also, we're missing 1 passageway at this point. I think we still need a... We didn't go to a green passage yet, did we? I don't think so. Power's been cut here, too. Now, can we actually get to the other side there from... Well, we probably will from somewhere else. If you look here, like, it looks like there's a door from another cave somewhere. Probably what's going to happen is here's the first passage, second one's here, third one's here. So probably the 4th one will be here, and it'll put us back in the red passage to get another power switch thing. But this one we can get from, well, right over here. So I think I'm going to avoid fighting things now, though, because, well, we've got all the materials that we need, so it's not like we need to worry about that anymore. All right, time for Power Charge 3 again. Here goes nothing. I'll just wait here while you 3 try to... Oh, nice. Oh, I missed him. That's okay. I'll wait. There you go. And maintain the combo despite his best effort to get out of it. Oh, and they even drop rare metal for us. Nice. Rare metal, by the way, is used for a lot of endgame materials, so it's worth it to try to get some more if you know, don't have an exact amount of custom orders that you want to make. I have an exact amount of how much I need because I know exactly how many custom orders I want to make. So that's why I'm kind of just like, okay, well, we need exactly this amount, so I don't have to worry about farming it. But if you're not sure, it might be a good idea to get a little more than you need. So, matter of fact, it might also be good for me to get a little more than I need, because if what I was thinking about Petrify maintaining your combo rather than just the screen darkening, I mentioned that at the beginning of the stream, but basically I think instead of the screen darkening being the reason why Rowan can continue his arts to chain spell together, I think it's because of Petrify, the status ailment. So it might be worth it to give him an intelligence ring instead of a fairy ring as his ultimate armor, or not ultimate armor, ultimate accessory. But I don't know. So I might want to make another one. And I'll need one intelligence ring anyway to make ultimate armor for... I think Jude needs it. So... Yeah, I think that makes more sense, honestly, because I feel like Petrify, because they're stoned, it makes it so that the combo just stays, you know? I feel like that makes more sense from a mechanical perspective, you know? So... Alright, let's see. So you're still working on that. That's level 3 still. Yeah, so you're almost there. Jude's working on that still. You've still got about 170 more before you're done with Legacy. So, and that's the end of Aurora for you, right? Like, you won't need to... no, you'll need to keep going because that's only level 3 for you as well, so you're going to be on Aurora for longer than I thought. That's okay. By the time you're done with it, I'm sure Muse will be done with her Fire and Earth element ones, so... Excuse me, although maybe it would be better for me to break it up a little. Well, no, I could just give her Sunbeam if you're still working on Aurora and she's done, because she's almost done with everything at the moment, so... I don't know. Vaguely remember all arts videos where people petrified stuff to keep the combo going long enough to fit in support arts. Yeah, that sounds about right, honestly. So maybe that's what it is. Can I get around this guy? Probably not. Okay, hang on. I see a space. I see a space to move. I'll probably fight him anyway because he has the chance to give rare metal, and... I don't remember how much I need to make an intelligence ring. I think I need 2. So if we get a little extra, I'm not going to be upset about it. Probably should have waited to... Oh no, Petrify. And look at that. See, the combo is maintained. And we can even restart it. So that's cool. So I think I'm going to declare it based on empirical evidence at this point that, yes, Petrify is the reason why you can maintain combos. We don't have that much empirical evidence, but I'm willing to call it if everybody else is. Well, I was about to click Falling Snow, so thank you for saving me about 20 TP there.
Sure said it. Luger's lucky he has no weight on his shoulders.
I really like that one, even though we've heard that one before. It's just funny to me. Oh, okay, I see. So we'll end up going all the way around to that area in order to get the other power switch. You know, and actually, probably we can go back once we do this. You know, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, why don't we go back in here and see if the energy unit that we got is enough to activate that elevator? Because, you know, that would make... Well, okay. Hey, big guy. That would make sense. Let's see. Yep, yes it is. Okay. Device is booted up. So this will probably let us go 4th west gate. 2nd east gate was there. So probably the 4th gate's going to be over there somewhere. We can pass that over that way. So that'll probably be the yellow passage. But let's go get the other unit, because we'll probably need it when we go to the other passageway. So, although I could... Oh, I'm going to get in a battle anyway. I could go back to the east gate to go to that one room that we didn't go to, since that was what I was just saying I was going to do anyway.
Let's be sure to keep this up.
You know, I don't really think about the use of Shock Sphere in the air there, but that might actually be a halfway decent combo continuation thing for Elise. I don't know, I've had a hard time with making combos for both Mila and Elise. In Elise's case, it's mostly because she doesn't get access to Aerial Spell like Mila does until... God, when does she get access to Aerial Spell? It's quite a long time. I think it's based on the debt rather than getting it from the orb, unlike everybody else. So, and I think it's quite a ways into the debt payment as well, which is not so good for her. Okay, we got those. We didn't get those yet. All right, so let's go all the way around, and then we'll come back. But the lack of her being able to finish off her combos, because you can basically do a combo...
If you proceed any farther, you will be destroyed.
Are you sure about that?
That's not something you want to hear every day.
Yeah. Yeah, because you can do more of her combo. Like, you can do a bunch of her combo stuff, Aphid King, and then end up in the air with Tipo-Copter, which gets you a lot of hits, and then finish it off with a chain spell. Well, spell. So, like Dread Wings or something to that effect. But I guess we could just use Shock Sphere instead, because Shock Sphere takes on the properties of whatever spell you were going to cast. So, for example, if it was Shock Sphere out of Dark Visitor... okay, so we need to use the... So we need to get the other power unit in order to use that teleporter there, probably, to get to the next place we're going to. So maybe that's why the save point's there, because that's going to take us to the end of this place if we do that. So I guess we know where we're going now. We'll go back, and then we'll go around. End up where we need to be. Might have been a good idea to bring holy bottles into this section, considering now that I've beaten all these monsters to the point where I don't need to fight them anymore, but it's okay. 3rd East Gate, 4th West Gate. I think we came from 3rd East, so... yes, we did. Okay, good. I love killing stuff with the Ice Shattering. It's so good! Yeah, and it does so much damage, too. It has such high multipliers. Elise gets spellcasting while flying as this girl ascending to godhood. I mean... She's pretty good at it, at the point where I could see it. But yes, basically what happens normally is that all of her spells turn into, not the martial arts, but the actual spells like Negative Gate and all that. They turn into Shock Sphere when she uses them in the air. And what that does is it's basically like a martial art that she uses in the air, and it takes on the properties of the spell. So, like Negative Gate turns into a Dark Shock Sphere. Dark Visitor turns into a Dark and Slash Shock Sphere. Because Dark Visitor with Elise specifically is Dark and Slash element at the same time. So maybe we could just use that for her combo and let her use Shock Sphere, then hit the ground and keep going. Maybe Odin spoke up when he came back here, so it's probably the correct path. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, is basically like we're going to get the power unit here, we'll probably plug it into that one, and then end up in the final area, because we need... There's 2 things there, so we need a second one in order to power that on, and the second one is here, so... Because we already powered the one on in this passageway. But yeah, that could be where the end of the area is. There's only one way to find out, and we're on the fast track to finding out. And honestly, you know, going back and getting this stuff, I probably missed a couple of things anyway in here. Like, I'm probably going to miss at least one cave, just little, like, hole in this cave, just running around, because I'm not paying enough attention.
Sorry about that!
Oh, thanks for that. Somebody's car is being broken into outside, or somebody hit the panic button. Okay, I think I hit a couple of them there. Yep.
The keys to victory are friendship, power, luck. Wait, luck?
Man, everybody in the Prime Dimension's gonna be like, man, I keep getting stronger, I wonder why. They must be doing some crazy shit in the Fractured Dimension. I guess it's expected, though, because, like... that's a good question, and it doesn't sound like Rollo's ready to answer that. Rollo sounds pissed! This Fractured Dimension's really messing with him. He definitely, doesn't seem too keen on it, that's for sure. There might have been a cave back there, like a little hole. Another merfish. Yeah, I might want to fight a couple of extra ones of those as well, just to get some extra giant fish fins. Although, I guess it's not strictly necessary, because I have to 1-star the enemies in Arkland Quag anyway, and so I'll get more giant fish fins if I need them. I guess the same kind of goes for the rare metals. Okay, no hole. So since the same kind of goes to the rare metals, I guess I don't need to worry about fighting anything else. We'll just walk around them. Like, we ain't even got a worry in the world, because honestly we don't. Like, we'll be level 60 even by avoiding these enemies pretty quickly, so. Oh, I'm in between a rock and a hard place here. Okay, we made it. Okay, so you're still doing that. I'm just gonna go around you and go in here, see what we got. Okay. Couldn't juke this one well enough. Well, at least it's the 2 enemies that I want to see when I get into a battle here, so. Wasn't very nice.
Nice work.
Is there some kind of a holiday going on in Canada today? Because there's fireworks outside, and those aren't like random people just blowing off fireworks that they bought. Those are like fireworks that were paid for by people. I'm close enough to Canada to know that I'd be able to hear that stuff like across the border. Just had a random AF thought. Are the seafood and veggie sets for someone else? Extrapolate on that a little bit. Who would they be for, do you think? Like, what would they... Who would this highly technological computer area be saving them for? Oh, melon gels. That's nice. Those are in a cave. Like, we can excuse those because those are just a random treasure chest in a cave. Like, they're not inside of the ruins themselves, but... Oh, I'm being attacked. I heard the little right in the back of my head there. I'll wait. No, I missed. I whiffed. I guess sure. I probably should have moved in a little bit, but I guess I can hit them with this because it's an AoE like that. So. I seem to have confused that guy. By the way, I turned Temptation on for Mila so she can confuse enemies when she taunts occasionally.
Yeah, we'll call ourselves the Beauty Girls.
Well, people do tell me I've been looking beautiful these days.
What?
I feel like we should have gotten that one first, since she was surprised by it. She's already heard that one. Anyway, 1, 2, 3 areas it looks like here. Let's go see which one had the... Okay. Let's say which one had the skeleton in it, but this one had the skeleton in it, so... Alright. As usual, I'll wait. Nice. I didn't even finish the combo there, and we beat the shit out of it. Hope the boss fight goes that smoothly. We got another energy unit out of him, so that's good. A couple of treasure rooms to go to, and then we can go all the way back to that place that I already... Okay. This bat almost juked me. I thought he heard me already. He did not. Okay, what's in these maca chests? The soda rice. Okay, that's not bad. A yellow orb. And a mysterious jewel. Well, it is a mysterious jewel, but not like the ones from the first game. Oh, actually, that's a good point as well. Let's look. I mean, this is a highly technological area, of course, so this sort of computer scroll isn't out of the ordinary, but what do they need all that for? In a treasure room. Oh, hang on. A golem is blocking the stairs. Metal golem blocks the way. This is Dragon Quest or something. Sorry, I'm probably eventually, as a matter of fact, I'm definitely eventually going to play the first Dragon Warrior game for the stream. Although it won't be Dragon Warrior on the NES, I have the duology on the Game Boy Color, so I'll be playing that version. Not as big on Dragon Warrior 2, though. So, but the way that I sort of justified it is I said, okay, so I'll just play Dragon Warrior 1, but not Dragon Warrior 2. And then I'll play Suikoden 2 instead of not Suikoden 1. So then that way we've played one of the 1s and one of the 2s, so we've sort of balanced it out. It's different duologies, obviously, but still, it's somewhat balanced. At least in my head it is, so... Alright, I probably should have made the trip after we got this other energy unit, but hey, you know, it's all good. We can make the trip back now. Don't gotta worry about fighting anything unless it jukes me like this bat just did. What the hell, bat? Right, come on. Oh, good, I hit him with it. Good. Didn't expect that was going. Fat Rolo! Rolo's already fat, but... Giant Rolo! Come on. Now I'm juking this guy. I'll back up and then hit both of you with it.
Mind collapse.
Yay, we did it! We're the best!
Okay, starting to run a little out of food, but we'll make it work. Maybe Elle's father. We saw him go DDS instead of dying after being lit up at the start, and she says he's the best cook ever, so I mean, I don't know, that's where my brain went. No, I think that's a good thought, honestly. There's a distinct possibility. It kind of depends on which dimension that he's initially from, right? Like, if this dimension is the same one where he's from, which would be, you know, obviously a little bit upsetting for Elle if we destroyed the dimension where her father's from, but well, it's possible, I guess. Yeah, I guess I'll eat this medium chocolate parfait. It's my last non-large, so excuse me. Although, honestly, I probably should have saved it because now I'm going to have to, like, overwrite it with other food. Where the hell am I going? Not this way, actually. I want to go back to the elevator. So I'll go back in a second. See if I can catch both of them with the erratic element here.
What the heck?
Okay, well, that mine's not going to do a whole lot over there, but it's okay. Okay, but anyway, let's hit this elevator up, and then we'll hit up the one that's not powered, and we'll see where it takes us. I don't think... Did we go to 4th West Gate yet? I don't think we did. No, because this is... Oh, no, we did. Okay, this is the green area. So probably the... Well, I think this is actually, yeah, the blue passage. So I guess the green passage doesn't exist unless it's the next place we're going to, which is possible. And probably there were east and west gates at some point in each of them, but, well, it looks like some of them have deteriorated a little bit over time. Don't know about this battle theme. When you can hear it, it's just kind of there. Yeah, it's not really, like, super memorable, I don't think. It's just kind of, it's okay, but it's not, like, incredible. It's still Motoi Sakuraba, but, like, it's not him going crazy on things, you know? It's just kind of... It's like, yeah, it's okay, I guess. I might as well fight out the rest of the chocolate parfait, huh? Just because I've already got it.
Behold my power!
And that'll give me an opportunity to build up more of the over limit bar to get to the point where I have a Mystic Guard. Okay, I mean, just take them yourself then, Mila. Jeez.
Don't treat me like a kid.
I suppose if I'm gonna fight them, though, I should probably fight the ones that'll give me, you know, rare metals or something. You got the bat over there, Elise? We've got this guy.
Let's be sure to keep this up.
I'm kind of glad that I did a little bit of off-screen, like, figuring out of combos and stuff, because it makes me feel a little bit better that I'm not just kind of putzing around and doing whatever with my combos now, you know? So. I whiffed him. I hit him too high in the air because he's too small. I guess I'll wait. I was gonna say, guys, let me hit him into the thing, but my mind's already gone, so. That's fine. Build a little bit of TP back
My
up.
will is my strength.
Nice. Alright, one more battle with the chocolate parfait, and then we'll use something else. Since it's a save point. I hope I don't regret using my... I'm not sure if I'm going to use the fruit yakisoba yet, or if I'm going to use the spicy chicken roll instead.
Aww, that's it?
I just noticed as well, we have used Hunting Phoenix enough now to where we get a little Darkness Azure Edge on the end of the kick that we use there, so that's kind of nice. Extends the combo a little bit. Well, actually, it extends the range of the attack a little bit rather than the combo itself, but you know what I mean. Alright, apple gel time. We'll buy a few more of those when we get back to town. To use up the last of the dessert, you're going on a bat genocide? Man, JRPGs make us do the nuttiest things. Yeah, I suppose it is a little bit insane when you think about it, isn't it? Leia just did Rending Quake 4 times in a row. Is she mad? She has a taste for bat blood now. She's turning into a vampire. I don't think that's how that works. Speaking of Leia, if this is the boss fight coming up, I'd like to play as her in the boss fight, so... actually, let me save first, just in case this isn't the boss... Well, you know, even if it isn't the boss fight, I'll just try to avoid all the fights if I can, if there's another area. But we'll stick her in the front slot, just in case. Because I've done a little bit with Luger, but I do want to practice a little bit with Leia as well. So, yeah, we'll try that. Oh, let me check the Allium Orb while I think about it as well. Anybody else working on this? So you're still working on Dread Wings. He'll be done at 15,420. Alvin's still working on this. He'll be done at 16,680. Wow, that's quite a ways. Okay, you're actually done with Earth now. So, let's see, 15,420. So you'll be done with that very shortly. And this has got a little bit more area left to go, but really not that much left. So let's put you on Bonfire, just so you're not getting too much extra and things you don't need. And then we'll put you on probably Sunbeam to get those last 1,000, because that really won't take very long, even if Alvin's still working on Aurora at that point. So it looks like he's probably going to be one of the last ones, although I could probably give him Mega Lightning Bolt, because we have Mega Lightning Bolt now, I think. And then he'll get there sooner rather than later. So him and Jude are probably going to be the last ones to be finished, because Jude still has to work on Waterfall as well. But, yeah, I'm not too worried about either one of them. I think they'll both be fine. They'll get there. It'll just take longer than everybody else, that's all. Elise will get done before they're done as well. But, you know, did I eat? I did not eat. Okay. So, spicy chicken roll for the extra experience, or fruit yakisoba for the extra... I'm going to save this, actually. We'll use that on an elite monster. Let's use the spicy chicken roll and hope for the best. Although now I kind of want to save again, because that's only one battle. I'm going to do it. Why not? Because if you run from battle, you lose out on the spicy chicken roll. And, I mean, at that point, I guess I could just use the soda rice instead. But it's spicy chicken roll. I got to get the most experience. Not sorry. These are just revolver chambers, too. You can't unsee it even this far in. Yeah, I mean, that's fair. It's its own thing, but it's definitely inspired by certain things. Like, I just can't see this place without seeing the Tower of Kagetsuchi, personally. So I understand the point. Because... yeah, I can see something else rather than what the game wants me to see anyway. First main gate. That sounds vaguely important. Yeah, okay. Innermost depths, and also this is a symmetrical hallway leading into a big open area. This is definitely the boss fight coming up. Let me just make sure I remember where Leia's arts are here. Okay, so just kind of press these in order like this. And Eagle Rage. Alright, cool. I can do that. And I have healing if needed, but I don't think we'll need it because we've got Elise and we've got Mila, so I think we'll be in good shape there. Do I want them to Spirit Arts and... No, I think I'd rather they... Well, no, actually I think I would rather that they do Spirit Arts only and only heal on those, and then Luger and I can just do random shit. Just go beat people up. I'll give Luger prioritized use on the items since Leia is normally the one to do them, so I'll just do that. And we'll see how this works out. I probably should have done that before I saved, but, you know, that's okay.
Look, it's glowing.
Is this the central processing unit or something? Because that's what it looks like. Look at all these boxes. Like, it looks like the inside of a computer chip, basically. Like, they've got all those teeny tiny little boxes with all those little circuits in them. Maybe we'll meet the big boss here? I mean, it is a dead end, but not for the reason you're thinking.
As I feared, you refused to heed my warnings.
Yeah, where's the giant disco ball? Maybe he's coming down now?
Odin?
Oh, that's not a giant disco ball.
What is this place?
It is all that remains of a civilization that collapsed 95,212 years ago, by your reckoning.
What do you mean by your reckoning?
The sole survivors converted their corporal forms into life-form data and sealed themselves away.
So all of these people turn themselves into computer
It
simulations?
was their hope that someone in the far future would find and resurrect them.
Well, I didn't see that one coming.
And this is where they've sealed themselves. It truly is an arc of time in every sense.
So yeah, I don't know if they said this in a cutscene or not before this, but the Absolute Ruins are also known as the Arc of Time.
The life-form data of 427,086 people, along with the collected works of their civilization, are stored here.
Almost 500,000?
Wow.
Indeed, lives that have been long lost in other dimensions. This is their last hope. Would you be kind enough to hear the messages they prepared for their saviors in the future?
I mean, it's worth our while, I think. At the very least, I could hear them out before I kill them all, indiscriminately. So yeah, before having a chat with Odin, you should listen to the messages that all these people left behind, so you can feel bad about murdering all of them when you destroy this dimension.
Greetings, friends from the distant future. I'm looking forward to the day we can meet for real, and the day we can start living together in harmony.
Yeah, me too.
Messages. What am I supposed to take away from this?
You're supposed to feel bad about us killing these people, Mila. That's what you're supposed to do if you're, you know, gonna be a normal human being about it.
The arrogance of humanity has led us to our own destruction.
Hey, it's the narrator from the first game.
It is this truth that I want to pass on to you, people of the future, so that you can avoid repeating our mistakes.
To you who have discovered this data, please, hear our plea. I beg of you, you must find a way to give our children back their future.
Well, sorry, ma'am, but their future is about to be cut short.
Being turned into data sounds real scary, but Mommy and Daddy will be with me too, so I'll be brave. They said if I can be strong now, then I'll get to play outside again one day.
About that. I wonder if there's like some sort of electrical connection. Like, if she's Data, right, and she's in a computer simulation, she wouldn't feel things the same. Like, everybody talks, oh, well, you're in the Matrix and all that, but no, if you're turned into, like, computer programming, you would be a bunch of electrons, like, moving back and forth inside of a circuit board, or you'd be the data on that circuit board taking in the electrical movements and processing things. So is she connected to her parents by the network? Can she feel them in ways only a computer can feel other programs, right? Like, because if not, that child is living an awful existence right now. Like, she could be living an existence where she can't see or feel her parents ever again. And she's been like that for thousands and thousands of years. Like, again, it almost feels like a mercy that we're killing these people. I mean, it's sad that we have to do it, but...
These hold our poetry, our music, our art. Everything we've managed to preserve of our culture. They're the proof that we lived and loved and suffered. Please take good care of them.
So, Odin, I've got a question. If I ask for your central processing disk, and I give it to L, can I take it back to the Prime Dimension? Because then their culture would be saved. You're not going to give me that option, are you? Let me read chat. Is this about to guilt trip us? Oh, cool, it's going to guilt trip us. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, at least it's an end to a dimension means no repeat of mistakes. That's true, too. That's the opposite side of the coin, right? Is that any mistakes that they made in the prior civilization that would have forced them to do this, where they had to preserve themselves as data in order to survive. Any mistakes that they made means we won't repeat those mistakes because, you know, we kind of can't. They're erased, so those mistakes are scot-free. It's like a blank slate, right? Especially if we take their data back, because then we can see what their mistakes were and not repeat them. So this is starting to get kind of fucked up when you think on the implication. Yeah, a little bit. Just a smidge.
I beseech you most humbly, do not extinguish our final hope.
Well, I told you to give me the disc, and you're not giving me the disc that contains all the data. So I could take that back to the Prime Dimension with me, and then your last hope would be preserved. But since the game wants to make me feel guilty about destroying you, it's not going to let me do that, so... sorry. It's just what I do.
Luger, you never really had a choice here to begin with.
No.
This is just another false dimension.
I wish to avoid damaging you, but it seems as though it cannot be helped.
I'm kind of hoping for the day when we don't have to think of each dimension as false, right?
The fact that I am a waymarker of Canaan.
Because...
I only know because you told me, or rather, a version of you from another world.
Oh.
Fractured versions of us?
So we've already been here for you.
This is a false world and then tried to destroy it.
But they weren't from the Prime Dimension,
Agents
so...
from fractured dimensions are going around destroying other ones? All the while thinking that they're from the Prime Dimension.
The us you met before, what happened to them?
They were defeated and digitized.
Oh.
Like this.
I'd rather not see a demonstration! Oh, that's not good.
The pain is temporary. It will end as soon as your consciousness is digitized and your body disassembled.
I don't agree with you on that one. And also, get your hands off of my child. Well, little sister. Same difference. I'm not goated by blind rage. I'm goated by Power Charge 3. Hold on.
You're not gonna take us down.
Luger, can you keep him busy for a second? I wanna like, that's Resurrection. I don't need that, actually. Which one is Elemental Impulse? Hold on. Hold the phone. I have Power Charge 3. I just need to see where I put Elemental Impulse. Oh, okay. So Elemental Impulse normally gives Leia a random element, but if you know the weakness of the enemy already, in this case it's light, it will give her that element for her attacks, which will add light to her strike element, and light is an element she can't normally hit, so that's pretty good, actually. Although now I have to Power Charge 3 again, but, you know. Okay, got it. I guess I'll use this, because why not? I was going to try to do a big combo for this, but I jumped over his head, so we'll just do this and, you know, brain him a little bit. Alright. Let me reapply... That's the wrong one. Okay. Let me reapply Elemental Impulse. There we go. Now what I'd like to do, basically, is I'd like to use Leia's combos and essentially have her reapply Elemental Impulse every time we're done with a combo, so... like this. Because she can reapply it really quickly because she has Chain Spell on, so it makes it a lot easier than doing it any other way. And having Elise here really helps as well. I'm just gonna go over here real quick. Oh good, Null Field. Great. I'm getting the hell out of here. Ha ha ha! Okay, so Null Field normally prevents him from taking damage, but it looks like we got through it with maybe a Power Charge of some kind. So that's nice. I'm just going to charge a little bit before I keep going. I'll also wait. Oh good, I got the Impulse off before the Link Edge. Nice. That's okay, helpful. I'll just wait. Okay, well I was going to... Oh, I petrified him! Oh, this guy's just having a bad day now, isn't he? Oh, Crimson Dusk is Meteor Storm, isn't it? Yeah. I'm running. Oh my god. Ow. Well, he combined that with a bunch of other stuff, so I'll keep that in mind. I gotta be careful. Alright, here we go. Nope. Ow. Alright, come on, Luger. Let's charge up a little bit while I run around like a crazy person with the Meteor Swarm. How much do you... Oh, 45, 46. Okay, well, hold on. I'll fix Steer Wagon real quick. Oh, the Null Field. Okay, now he's out of it. Ow. Oh, I'm confused. Oh, I'm not confused. Okay. Wrong person. Luger. I guess I'll just wait for Power Charge 3 then. Or that can work too.
I'm so sorry. I know how important the data is to you.
You don't have to level with him. It'll only hurt.
Maybe, but still.
Again, why don't we just take the data with us? There's got to be a convenient way to pull the data out of... I mean, I understand there's a lot of people here, but there's got to be like a convenient way for us to pull the data out and take it with us into the Prime Dimension. Like, Elle can do that. She did that to Mila. That's a person. Data can't be that hard to pull out, right? Like, we don't have the technology to revive these people, to be fair, but, like, at the same time, I don't know. Anyway. Dude, Blind Rage is literally a fantastic motivator sometimes. The boss is almost dead and you haven't been fighting long. Yeah, Leia's busted. we got, and also we did a Mystic Art right at the beginning, so, like, that definitely helps, but Leia's busted. Just, that's enough to know. Anyway, we all leveled up from that. Yay! Let's get Elle out of that cage now that we destroyed Odin.
Why? Why have the results deviated this time?
'Cause you're the catalyst, buddy. That's why it deviated. Maybe I should have not let her fall flat on her face.
Oh. Hey, Luger.
Morning, sleepyhead. We should get you some water. You're going to have a hell of a headache in a second.
The deviation, is it because of that girl?
Probably. She's not from around here. But where you're going, you don't have to worry about that.
Is the true Kresnik. Forgive me, good people of Thor.
I guess you could call me Loki then, huh, big guy? Goodbye. Well, that takes care of that. Sucks we had to do that, but I mean, we've killed more people than were stuck in that dimension before, so
Baby, you know.
it's okay. You had a big bad experience a minute ago.
What you doing?
You're not gonna believe me. I was scared of thunder too when I was a little kid, and whenever it would happen, Julius would always cover my ears.
Huh. Is that right? Sounds like glasses, guys. Pretty nice.
This scene is so saccharine, and I am here for it. Look, she's doing it to me now. Oh, I love this scene. It's so great. It just cements that feeling of that brother-sister relationship they have.
Family, don't they?
It's super good. Yeah, I guess this is what it's like to be a big brother. And again, this is one of the reasons why I relate so well to this game, because I am the oldest of 3 siblings. So every time stuff like this happens, it's like it trips a dopamine rush in my brain. It's like big brother instincts. Activate! This is adorable. Oh my god, yeah. It's great. It's not a bad feeling.
Julius, he's got way more Big Brother experience.
Yeah, I'm still learning at the moment, so.
When I see my daddy again, I'll ask him too.
Okay.
He told me once upon a time he had a big brother.
Oh, yeah?
Wait, what in the world?
Oh, yeah, so the Rolo that we brought from the other dimension is not the same Rolo. There's 2 Rolos now.
He's vanishing. That must mean the doubles. The fractured version of him.
Yeah, but why is he vanishing, and what implications does that have for you? Oh, this is not going to end well, is it?
What just happened?
What if two of the same thing can't exist at the same time in the prime dimension? If that's true, it'll be the same for Milo Maxwell and I.
Well, that's a terrifying revelation. That's the end of the chapter, too. It's like, hey, here's a big revelation. Get ready for it. Well, you got 30,000 gold out of it at the very least. And the Arc Sentinel's heart. So that's all but one way marker now. Oh, phone's ringing. Hang on. Hello?
Thanks for helping out with the whole Drowlin thing, Lutz.
Oh, good. They took care of it for you. Good to hear.
Thanks to Jude's group, I was able to do the job I had to do.
Yeah, I figured.
They took care of the scary guy?
They sure did.
Uh-huh.
He was sobbing like a baby as he paid in full.
I'm guessing Alvin and Rowan roughed him up pretty good then.
So, as a reward, I got you clearance to travel to Fenmont Sea Haven.
Oh, good, because that was the last place I needed to go besides Fort Gundala.
Kinda meager, I know. Best I could do. Anyway, thank the gang for me.
You got it. Well, at least we can go to all the cities now. So that's good. Vera's broken heart. Oh, this is going to be good. Yeah, eat your serving of cliffhanger and enjoy it. It's quite a note to leave off on, yeah.
I can't believe this.
Oh, hang on, phone's ringing again. It's Nova again. Hello? Yeah, I don't want to eat my serving of cliffhanger and enjoy it.
Vera won't talk to me anymore because apparently I made some tiny little offhand comment about her personal life.
Oh, yeah? Well, why would you bother with doing that?
Oh, right. That guy's never asked her for a second date.
Uh-huh.
It is a pretty mean comment to spread.
Yeah, not very nice.
Well, maybe it is. But it's still true. Whenever she's alone with the guy, Vera stiffens up and goes totally silent. Honestly, Possum studied her dating life to learn how to play dead more effectively.
Jesus Christ, Nova.
What? No way! She's always so in command when we talk to her.
It's because she's at her job, so she has two different personas. She has her job self and then her personal life self, and they're two completely different people.
That's just a character she plays so she can get through her day at work.
See?
Every morning, she stands in front of a mirror and repeats, "All of my coworkers are pumpkins," over and over again. It's like some visualization exercise or something.
Sounds like she has a pretty good therapist, actually.
Vera thinks you're a pumpkin, Luger.
You know, I'd rather she think I'm that than a murderer, so...
Anyway, whenever she gets drunk, I have to sit there as she complains about being dumped all night long.
Why does she drink if that's what she complains about?
So I made one little snarky comment. Is that so unforgivable?
I would say no, but I would also say make the snarky comment to your therapist, Nova, rather... Sorry, I saw the R1 comment, and I think this is where you pick, right here, whether or not you like Vera. I'm just going to say this one.
Oh no! Please, you can't! This is just between us, okay?
I mean, I don't have patient-client privilege because I'm not a psychologist. Okay, bye, Nova. Maybe she'll stop calling me now.
You know, that's kind of incredible. Some visualization technique transformed Vera from a shy girl to this? We should try it too.
Oh, boy.
Luger is a pumpkin. Luger is a pumpkin.
What is happening right now?
Pie out of him.
And now it's my turn to run.
I'm not supposed to do this, but I'll let you in on one of the rules of a pro pinkist.
Oh, really?
The only milk we can drink is strawberry milk.
You know, that's fair, actually. Strawberry milk is the best milk, so I'm down for that. Yeah, what is happening? Nova, you are not making this better. Nova! I couldn't tell you what's happening, because I have no waking idea. I guess I'm a pumpkin now. 200,000 gold for the next payment? What am I, made of money? Well, actually... yes, I am, because... did I buy the iolite ore? No, I didn't, because it would be next to the ancient fossilized insects. I've got enough poker chips to buy 40 iolite ore total, which is enough to get us through all of the payments for the rest of the chapters. So I'm only saying that, but actually it's not really a big deal because we've got so much money that, well, solid assets. We have so many solid assets that it doesn't matter anymore. It looks like a lot, but it sure as hell isn't a lot anymore. So, we didn't finish with anybody here, right? Yeah, you're still working on this. Oh, you're only a couple hundred off, and then you're done with this, and then you can go to Sunbeam. Okay, cool. We'll probably work on that shortly. Anyway, we can go to Fenmont Sea Haven now, so that's a pretty good thing, I think. We've already got all the rare metal, and oh, we got ultimate fertile soil as well, so that extracts light and earth. The highest level 2 element extractor. How good is it? Let's see. Does anybody need light and earth? You're already done with earth, unfortunately. I guess Jude, no, Jude doesn't need light and earth. Let's take a look at it. It's right here. So it's 2, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to see what the other one is. Does anybody need earth still? Elise does. Okay, so it's 2 on the light. And, okay, I mean, that's not bad. 2 on the light and then 3 on earth is pretty good. But, I mean, it's not anything I need anymore because we bought all this stuff from poker playing. But, you know, it's good. It'll work. Let me reset strategies before I forget real quick. Mainly arts and prioritize healing. And also... Yeah, you know, I'll leave Luger on prioritized item use because I feel like him and Leia are the only ones that I really want using items, honestly. So, anyway, we have payment to make, but we also have a new place that we can go. We can go to Fenmont Sea Haven. So, instead of going straight to Drellin... You know, actually, I will go to Drellin to buy some supplies, but then after I buy my supplies from the food vendor and stuff and items, we'll go straight to one of the Sea Havens so we can go to Fenmont. For the first time since the first game, and there's quite a lot to do there now, so we'll see what we can do about that. I really don't need 15 melange gels, so I think I'm going to sell 3 of them. There we go. And I think we're done with that. No new custom orders yet, but I think there are some when you go to Fenmont, so I'll go get those in a minute. But first, let's restock our food supply because Jesus Christ, man. we are a little low. Oh, that reminds me. I need to, I remember this being in the walkthrough because for some reason...
I have a boyish charm that belies my age, but if you keep staring like that, I'm going to start blushing.
It's not that. I think there's a bug on your face.
Oh my god, what? Oh, okay, that was a non-starter for a skit. Drellin's famous product.
Something smells incredible.
That's the smell of grilled fish.
Oh good, you're off dishwashing duty now.
Famous local delicacy. Or most famous non-alcoholic one, at least.
Uh-huh.
Speaking of alcohol, this year's batch of spirits seems delightful. They're giving
Oh,
away
you're
free
sampling
samples
some?
over there. Care to join me for a tasting?
I could use a drink. Why not?
Whoa, aren't you supposed to sip that?
Yeah, I was gonna say, I hope you're not asking me because I don't know if it's right for me to be drinking in front of little sister here.
A fine liquor indeed.
Gaius, are you okay? Your face is going a little something.
You don't need to worry about Gaius. He has a high tolerance for alcohol.
Are you sure?
Ivy Rowan, regarded highly.
Are you sure?
Did you just say the?
Gaius, are you feeling well?
I don't think he has a high tolerance for this alcohol.
Of course my tongue is simply twisted.
Uh-huh.
These potato-based spirits don't seem to agree with him. I've seen him shrug off far stronger liquors.
Okay, so don't put any potatoes in Gaius's food. Good lord. Got
What
it.
an interesting discovery.
Interesting. Uh-huh. It has 99% alcohol content. All potato-based as well. Yes, Gaius got drunk, indeed, Color Knight. And hello, Color Knight. How you doing? Welcome back. We're watching some skits after just destroying a dimension in Chapter 10, so that's fun. Gaius getting drunk provides a small amount of levity for the hundreds of thousands of people I just killed. Serve the servants.
You know, Jude, You've really grown up since I saw you last.
No, no, no. You stop that right now, Muse. Don't you even do that right now.
Muse? You're awfully close.
Yeah, stranger danger, get the hell away from him.
The cold shoulder. We used to be tether friends.
Stop that.
Tether friends? Doesn't that sound intense? Oh, Jude, hold me tight and let's tether all night long.
Alvin, you are not helping. Jude needs therapy, not sarcasm.
Don't make it sound like that. I just shared some of my mana with Muse when she was in a weakened state. It doesn't mean anything.
I feel like she's going to take offense to that.
It means everything.
Okay.
To a spirit, receiving mana through direct tethering is a very powerful and intimate experience.
It is? Why didn't you ever tell me that, Muse?
You were so strong, Gaius. When I tethered with you, I was just so overwhelmed.
Oh, God. Here we go again.
I've taken on such a deep responsibility, even if unknowingly.
That sounds about right, though.
Muse's a wicked one.
She just doesn't tell anybody.
I'd say that Jude was a very giving tetherer, while Gaius was more the commanding type. I wonder what it would be like to tether with you, Luger.
Why is this happening right now? You know what? She's teasing me. Let's tease her right the fuck back. How do you like to be tethered, Muse?
Oh, my. To ask such a question to a spirit? Luger, have you no decorum at all?
I'm just attempting to give back what you're already giving out.
Whoa,
and she's gone.
You scared her off.
Good.
I'm impressed.
Huh?
She may be a spirit, but as a man, I must still take responsibility.
Oh, Gaius, you keep being off in your own little world there. Yeah, stop! Jude's gonna regret the rest of his existence after Muse. Yeah, once he finally gets therapy. Yeah, sometimes you just gotta give it back to Muse because she'll just tease. She's one of those people that'll just tease you all the way through if you don't put your foot down about it, you know. Okay, so this is probably, yeah, it's in Fenmont, and probably Orda Palace and Lefort Research Center, since they're both directly next to Fenmont. So let's just head, I think we started at Alati Sea Haven in Xillia once. Let's just head back there and make the ceremonial reverse trip back to Fenmont. And I guess get a little bit of ore while we're at it. Take me to Fenmont Sea Haven there, good man. Isn't there a third option for Luger? Rather than getting himself to the point where he has to tether with Muse because he asked her? Yeah. I mean, honestly, that seems like a pretty on-point thing for Luger to say, though, because he's a copycat, right? Like, when you have him as the non-player character, whatever he does is the same thing as the other person does. So if he asks her how she likes to be tethered, he would just tether her that way, but this conversation is becoming uncomfortable, so I think I'm going to leave it at that. Oh boy. Anyway, let's just save now that I've opened my big fat mouth and inserted a foot. Look, I will just admit, teasing will end you. You kind of get embarrassed easily. Someone like Muse is your kryptonite. Yeah, she's one of those people where you kind of have to know how to deal with them, right? Like, you kind of have to know how to micromanage the way that they behave to other people. So, I don't know, teasing never really, well, I won't say it never really bothered me because I think it did at one point, but I've sort of just grown indifferent to it over time. It doesn't bug me the way that it did anyway. So, but yeah, Fenmont is all available. The medical school's available. We can probably go find some random stuff in places over there, I guess now. Hello, sir. You wouldn't happen to have seen any cats I could catch around here, have you? I'll look around for them, but, you know, if it was me, I'd put one right here on the counter. In a medical outfit. Because I think that'd be pretty funny. But I think if I remember right, there's quite a few cats to be found here, because there's 3 separate locations in this area, so there's like a bunch of cats in Fenmont, and then there's at least one in the palace and one in the research center, so. I don't think there's any, no, that's not a cat, that's a flower basket. I don't think there's any enemies in the research center of the palace, though. So, oh, it's a carrier pigeon. Hi. What's a carrier pigeon doing in here? You're just not gonna acknowledge the pigeon in the room? All right, man. How do you do that? Remember, someone you look up to told you need to get over / grow out of being embarrassed easily, but you totally didn't say how after you asked. Trying to think of what steps my brain might have taken to kind of say, yeah, I don't know, it doesn't really bother me that much now. I want to say I'll get back to you on that one, but we have like another half an hour for me to figure it out, I guess, so. Yeah, I don't know. It just kind of stopped bothering me, I guess. I don't really know what the steps were to get it to stop bothering me, but it just kind of did. It didn't really get on my nerves anymore when people would embarrass me, or it didn't make me feel embarrassed. It's just kind of like, okay. I know you're trying to get a rise. I guess that's probably part of it, is I know that they're trying to get a rise out of me, right? Like, I know that they're doing it on purpose. So if you just sort of copy what they're doing and give it back to them, that's sort of enough for me to make me feel a little more desensitized to it, I guess. So, first of all, I guess you acknowledge that they're trying to get a rise out of you, and then second of all, you just give it right back to them. And, I mean, don't be mean about it, because it's all just a game, right? It's just a back and forth that you're doing with another person. It's just another form of socialization, really. It's taking on a different form, a form that's not necessarily as pleasant for everyone involved. Oh, hang on, there's something in here. Croquette bun. Jude left his lunch here so many years ago, you see. Yeah, so it's just another form of socialization. It's just taking on a different form that can be awkward. But yeah, like, you don't want to go overdo it, but you don't want to be like, you don't just want to let people do it to you, right? So you just sort of give it back a little bit. You push back, but you push back gently. You don't push back heavily, you just push back gently. I guess that would be the best way that I could describe the thought process behind it. I don't know if that makes it any easier, but that's the best way I could probably describe it. I'm not seeing any more cats. By the way, if I don't find the cats here, I'm just going to find them off screen in between streams, but there is a really good cat dispatch guide that is available. It's the same one that I've been using for all of the other stuff that I've been doing in the stream so far with on GameFAQs. It's the one by Crystal109, and it has all the cat locations in it, and it also has all a very large chunk of data about the rest of the game. It doesn't have everything in it, but it has a pretty solid amount. So, oh good, Traces of Kinship Part 2. I'm glad this one doesn't have like a requirement of bronze medal or something. It's really easy to embarrass you and you cannot deal. It's socialization that ends you. Yeah, it's just one of those things, right? And that's actually, it's kind of something that I need to talk to, because I run a couple of study groups for a couple of the classes that I'm taking, because, I don't know, I guess it helps people. I hope it helps people anyway, because I've been doing it quite a bit. But, in the study groups, I need to tell people that, you know, some of the stuff that we do in the classes might not be stuff that you enjoy, but shying away from it or just, you know, disengaging from it is not a good idea, because there will always be days when you go to work at a job where you also hate those days at work or at a job, and you will still have to do those things because you're being paid to do those things. So it's one of those things where it's like, it's not necessarily something that you enjoy, but you can minimize the amount of discomfort that it gives you by getting good at it. Does that make any sense? I don't know if that helps, but that's how I look at some things. Skill Tome True Awakening Luger. Oh no. Find the dissertation. Okay. I guess there's a dissertation in Orda Palace. It's a good thing I checked this before we went there, because I'd have to go back. A Book of the Six. Bring it to your friend. So there's the Labari Hollow one. I was thinking I was going to take this one, but I don't know yet. Maybe I should take the ones that are in other places first, like this one in Fenmont. A local drunkard said he found them at a bar somewhere. I read in a magazine Fenmont has amazing bars. Okay, we'll check that one. I guess I'll get the Lefort Research Center one as well, because I think that's the only one in Lefort. And this one's in Arkland Quag. But there's also one in Orda Palace, so we'll have to check that as well. Anything else that's interesting? The Veywind Eye strikes back. Defeat Veywind Stinger and Veywind Eye, but you need Silver Badge to do it? Okay. I mean, I guess it gives you a lot of golden points for it and some horns, but eh. Here's the one I was talking about where we get our first silver dice out of this one. Unfortunately, you need Silver Badge to do this one as well. For certain reasons, I cannot disclose my location. I want to replenish my stock of beads. Help me and I'll give you a good item. So I guess that's a reason to get to Silver Badge, but Jesus Christ, it's a long way to Silver Badge from here if we need 115,000 just to get the bronze medal. So I don't know if we'll get there in time, but we'll see. Mega Tornado, if you get some obsidian. Okay. And then Rashagal Battle Core Deserter on Barnauer High Road. That's also a Silver Badge one. Like, how would you have Silver Badge at this point? Where are these people getting these... Why do any of these jobs require a title? What the fuck kind of sense does that make? It doesn't make any sense to me. I don't need these puffballs, so I guess I'll use them. I don't need this dung either, so here, you can have this for your crops. Or these pointy talons. Here you go. Why not? Oh, good. Beat Crystal Beaks up. So I guess if you didn't go to the tundras, you can go there now. We don't need bighorns for anything either, so... And I don't think I need golden frog's eggs either. I lost my baby, help find it. I don't know if the frog's eggs that I have would be the ones that you need, gold frog, but I don't know, I guess I'll give them to you, why not? I mean, it's not like I need to worry about it. We're going to go get cats in Fezabel Marsh anyway, so if I need more gold frog's eggs, which I don't think I do for custom orders, I'll just send the cats. By the time we're done with all of the side content between now and the next chapter, we will have 95 out of the 100 cats in this game. So, yeah, that'll be very, very good. We'll be almost done with the cat hunting. So, yeah, I don't like this rank system either. It seems really asinine. Like, again, I don't understand how you'd have Silver Badge at this point, because even if you beat all the elite monsters up to this point, you wouldn't have that. So why, like, you'd have to be grinding this shit out, like, and I'm not doing that. You don't have to, so why would I? Okay, so we have to go through Arkland Quag to get to Fezabel Marsh, so taking these two at the same time is a good idea. I guess I could go to Barnauer High Road, since it doesn't look like I'm going to have enough time to do everything today, so I guess I'd go to Barnauer and get that done off-screen. Basically, I'll just go there. It's the same as it was in the previous game, there's just different enemies. So I'll just wander around there for a little bit near the end of the stream, and then I'll take care of the rest of it off-screen. Because one of the character episodes is actually here in Fenmont, and it will take us to Arkland Quag. I think I mentioned this before, but it'll take us to Arkland Quag, so then we can explore there while we're doing the character episode, and then use that as an opportunity to go to the southern section of Fezabel Marsh. So we'll just do all that at once in the next episode. But we're not done yet, I just want to elaborate on that while we've got a chance. Okay, so we've got Crudus Eye. This one's easier than... maybe we can use that as a stopping point for today, is go beat Crudus Eye, because it's on Barnauer High Road. I was researching how to make vegetables bigger to improve food resources, but, well, yeah, this happened. Sorry. No, sir, I think I need more information, actually. How did you make a giant bug when you were trying to make giant vegetables? Did you give it growth hormones or something? What? Anyway, these are, according to the amount of golden points you get, they're easier than Exoplasma and Sienna Bronc. Although, the other character episode that's available to us right now, the one that's in Jondu, will actually take us to regular Prime Dimension Labari Hollow, so we will be fighting Exoplasma and killing it before the next chapter, so we'll probably just take that opportunity to just say, okay, let's go find Sienna Bronc while we're at it, you know? Then there's Hammerzam. It's the same boss from the first game that we fought in Felgana Mine with just Jude, Mila, and Leia that was so difficult. Wind Racer in Katamar Heights. Excuse me. I'm pretty sure. I mean, horses do eat hay, but I don't think it's going to mistake you for hay. I think you're thinking too hard into this. And then Fortune Stepper in the Italian Abyss. It's a frog. So we'll probably just go take care of all of these before the next chapter comes along, just to get them out of the way, you know. So they can extend the playtime of people who aren't sane like you. I mean, I guess so. I don't think I'd ever bother, but actually, there might be a pretty decent way in the post-game to get a whole bunch of points, if I remember correctly, like, very quickly. Not only because of the fact that you've got, like, a whole bunch of extra materials just burning a hole in your pocket, but also because at that point I think the EX monsters unlock, if I remember right. So, and those probably give a ton of points. So. Giant bug got into the experiment? Yeah, I guess so. That man needs to check his seals first next time. Alright, so we got to get this mission report. A trader in Jiandu now possesses the code J-Data. Retrieve it and bring it back to Spurious Corp. So we'll do that one when we actually go to Jiandu for the character episode. This is an Order Palace, so we'll do that now. We'll try to find Wiley. Dr. Wiley turned into a cat. We'll try to find him at the bar. And this one in the Fort Research Center. Researcher found her in a research room. She's kind of a tomboy. I hope she won't break anything. Fun. And then we'll try to get Canon and go beat Crudicide before the end of the stream. Yeah, either way, this rank system sucks. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of it.
What an effective idea. Leave it to the privileged elite to find a way to make their lives even easier. What? Anyone can post a job request? Why didn't you say anything sooner?
I really should. You keep repeating that. Well, there's Wiley. So that's a nice quick turn in, I guess. I don't think I really needed it that badly. Is there any new food? No, it doesn't look like it. Still can't buy any experience food either. That's kind of disappointing. So I guess we'll just nice and quickly turn this in while we're here. And now we will go to Orda Palace and we'll see if we can get the Dissertation of the Six and see what this true awakening thing is. Or should I go to the... I'll go to the shops first, then we'll go to Orda Palace. Then we'll go to Lafort Research Center, and then we'll see if we can make it out to Barnauer High Road before we're done. So, because I think there's new items available. Well, not items, like from the item shop, but like new weapons, armor, and accessories available starting this chapter. And here's the custom orders that I was talking about. So you can get Wind Prometheus, Remus Earth, the Tourbillon. I wouldn't bother getting this one, because if I remember correctly, you can actually get it from... Orda Palace, so I wouldn't bother with that one. The Yes for Gaius is a pretty good idea, though, and it has a chance to stun enemies, and that stacks with Blunt Force, so that's pretty nice. Anything new here? Don't think so. So these are all good. By the way, if Zeus Crusher Earth becomes available, I would hold off on getting it for Luger, because we will get an Earth Elemental Hammer for him a little later. So I would say wait on that, in case you see that. Reduces casting time, strong against earth. Well, that's not terrible. What do we need for this anyway? Geode, rare metal. Oh, it's one of the things I needed the rare metals and giant fish fins for, and the rubies. Okay, well, let's grab that for Gaius so he can now petrify things with his sword. Isn't that nice? We'll use that later. I don't need any of that stuff, I don't think. Okay, there's light and dark cape available now, so that's cool. Oh, and you can make moonstones and black onyx. That's also nice. Ah, here we go. So the secondary level rings are also available now. So strength, vitality, agility, dexterity, intelligence, psychic are available. Revival ring I think was already available. So no fairy ring just yet though. We'll have to wait a couple of chapters before that comes up. But I believe, yeah, the intelligence ring is what I needed the wisdom ring for. So along with all these other materials. So I've got 5 Sheraton butterflies. Good. If I need to make an extra one of these, I can buy a wisdom ring just if I go to the regular shop here, so I'll just buy another one if I need to. But I've got plenty of the other stuff, so not worried about that. Here's a whole bunch of other stuff that you can make as well, I guess, if you want. I'm not really keen on it, but, you know, what do I need for this? Oh, I have one. I'm like, okay, I have the materials. Why can't I make it? I have one, so. All right, Rowan, let's give you the intelligence ring for now, just to see if that makes it a little easier for you to inflict statuses, especially petrification, because if you can do that, we can basically like petrify an enemy, do a couple of extra spells, then try to petrify them again with another earth spell, do a couple more spells, petrify them again, and just do that over and over again, and keep going. I don't know if the water that I just drank unlocked my brain, but I just thought about something in terms of Rowan's spellcasting abilities. You know, time stop flow is still an art, a linked art, that he can do with Leia in this game. And I think if I remember correctly, Rowan has access to witchcraft with Muse, which would allow him to cast even faster. I think we're going to try this. I think we're going to create an experiment with this. We're going to take Rowan, Leia, and Muse out for a little spin next time we go somewhere. Oh, Dotanuki. I actually need this for one of Gaius's later swords that is going to be made. It's an upgrade for him right now as well, but I think it's available in Orta Palace again, so I'm probably not going to grab it for him. There's a few extra upgrades for other people, though, so probably look for these. These are all not upgrades. I mean, I have 88,000 gold, so I might as well just grab these for whomever needs them. It's mostly the people that didn't get upgrades previously in, like, the last chapter, so... Unfortunately, Leia is still stuck with Feather Float for a little while. It's like the game's ignoring her. Like this is Xillia 1 again. Great. And, yeah, I guess I'll grab Muse. First Love. Sure, why not? I'll equip the weapons. Do I need to sell any of them? Well, I know I'm not going to need the ones for Jude, for Alvin, for Rowan. I want to keep all of Gaius's, but I know also that I'm not going to make... I'm not going to need Muse, so I guess I'll sell those too. Basically, I want to keep the weapons for Luger and for Gaius because I can use them later, either as elemental weapons or to make elemental weapons. So, let me just double check here to make sure I've got all the best armor for now. I know there's up arrows for some people, but they're not. It's because Luger, he would get more physical defense from a coat, but or from a guard because he's wearing a coat. So that's why. Wait, does that mean that Fractured Mila has to disappear in order for us to even see Prime Mila? I think that was the implication that they were making, yeah, is that basically Prime Mila and Fractured Mila cannot exist in the same place. So if Fractured Mila stays here, and Prime Mila is ever needed again in this dimension, she can't show up. I think that's the implication they were making, so... Muse Episode 1 is here in Fenmont, so we'll work on that in a little bit. But first, let's head to the palace. I don't think we're going to get out to Barnauer High Road today. Maybe I'll go there, save, and, like, go hunt all the enemies down to 1 star. And then we'll, like, go look for Krudasai and the cat next time. Oh, you know, we might as well talk to the officers here, since this place is apparently not off limits now. I guess they're... Okay, fair enough. I guess they're using this place as a tourist attraction now. That's cool. We can warp all over the place using the Lotus Ring, so we can go grab some extra materials. A lot more pleasant of an air in here than in the previous game, huh? I mean, they were soldiers once. Oh, great. The bane of this newly evolving capitalist society. Deadlines. Fun. Alright, let's have a look around, because like I said, I'm pretty sure there's a decent chunk of items available in and around here. So, well, those people are in a meeting. I don't envy them that. Ah, here's an item right here. Ah, and look at that. There's the Dotanuki I was talking about. Rize Maxian Treasure Hunter. That's me. Alright, you can take the old Bodor and put it away now, Gaius. You can have an actual sword now. Pure steel. Folded 6 septillion times until it's able to fragment the pieces of the universe. I don't remember where I heard that. That doesn't exactly sound like the line either, but hey, it's close enough. Can I grab a spear off of this rack for Leia to use as a weapon? Is it cold steel? That's a good question. I couldn't tell you. I'd have to investigate it a little more. Ah, silver mail. Nice. We actually need 4 silver mails total in order to make some of the endgame armor that I want to make. So eventually, I believe they'll become available for purchase, but I don't think they're available to purchase until Marksburg gets an upgrade to its armor shop, which is not this chapter. I believe that's next chapter. So... oh, we already have a silver mail, and that means Alvin's got 1 too. So I guess now we have 3. And that also means that it is available for purchase, and I just didn't think about it. I was thinking, oh yeah, this is an upgrade because the Dotanuki's an upgrade, but yeah, no. Okay, anyway, let's head to the next floor. I forget where the cat is here, but I guess we'll... Oh, you know, actually, I think I have a hint, don't I? Didn't we get an event that has a hint for me? Is it this one? That's in the research center. Okay, so the one that's in here, we don't know where it is, so we'll just have to look around. Got it. If I hear any cat sounds, I will attempt to be listening for them. You know what would be really funny, though, is if the cat was sitting on Noctigal's throne. Oh, who is this blasphemer that's attempting to take Rollo's title? This cannot stand. Capture this man, Luger. Anything in the bookshelves? They said they wanted the dissertation of the Six, right? So, I think it's a checkpoint. I don't think it's a talk point. I guess I could talk to one of these people, though, to find out. Which section is this? Archives 1. I think it's in Archives 2 is what the job posting said. So let's go see. I think this... I mean, I would think this is Archives 2, considering Archives 1 was over there, but I could be wrong. Water Lily. Okay. This was not Archives 2. Conference room. Okay, fair enough. Archives 2 is over here. Oop, and I saw the cat. What was I chatting about? Oh, okay. I guess there's a cutscene here. Wait, what? Oh, okay. So this is where we end up finding this. That's why it's a cutscene. Ah, okay. Yeah, we heard about the ruling houses in the first game. It was kind of a background plot point. Okay. So technically it's all secondary despite being a dissertation on it. Yeah. Right, exactly. Oh, in the creation of Origin's trial? I wonder if he did that on purpose, like to try to make it so the trial wouldn't be something we'd have to worry about? Or, yeah, that could be too. It could be have the opposite effect where it makes it harder for everybody. Yeah. Right, so that was all we needed, was all the pieces. Is it all just coincidence? No, they wanted to sell a sequel, Alvin. The Book of Alpha, the successor of the will. We who follow Maxwell, Lord of Spirits, are the true successors to Kresnik's will. We shall not be lain waste to by the curse of time and space, nor shall we be subject to vacuous law. Our souls are immortal. There's a lot of capital letters in this. Must be important. The elements will return them to their true form. The cycle is eternal, and it shan't be undone. All under heaven, all on earth, and all in the universe is true paradise. It sounds very esoteric, yeah. Okay, so the people that came to Rize Maxi in the first place explicitly didn't want to do the trial. According to Jude, anyway. I feel like they were burying their heads in the sand about it, but okay. Ah, okay, maybe that's fair then. They substituted Origin's role in the world with Maxwell's role. In an attempt to create that. I don't think that's what happened, but okay. Right. That seems to be the general gist here, yeah. I mean, it's set into motion by humans, but maybe not the ones you're thinking of. Oh, great. Thanks, Cat. It's a good thing he's not in charge of the world, then. Yeah, sometimes it's nice to do these sorts of quests because it gives you some background information, right, on some of the world stuff that we didn't get any information on in the main story, so. It's kind of nice because it's not like it's, you know, being relegated to outside sources or something like other, certain other JRPGs. Final Fantasy 15. Sorry, I had something in my throat. It was very long something. That could be taken out of context for a lot of different things. Oh well, I already said it, so not much I can do about it now. Yeah, outside sources like novels or movies or manga, I guess. Because I think some games have those as well. Okay, I guess we can go to the Palace Center from here. Oh, okay, this takes me to... Where does this take me to? I guess I'm almost as high up as I can be. But all these doors are locked, so I guess we'll just go on the Lotus Ring. Unless there's a treasure over here. Nope. Okay. Observation deck it is, then. Ah, 3 treasure chests where the Lance of Kresnik used to be. Fantastic. Not that we ever saw the Lance in here to begin with in the first game, but, you know. An Exceed, that's not bad. A Gaius Dumpling. Alright, cool. And there's the Tourbillon that I was talking about for Rowan. So if you want to use it for him, there you go. Yeah, there's the other foot. Are we talking about how people in the early 2000s thought that multimedia franchises would be the next big thing? And honestly, like the example I gave was Final Fantasy 15 there, so it wasn't even just something in the early 2000s. It apparently extended even further. Excuse me, because it kept, like, they're still doing it. They did it all the way here in 2016, so... let's see. I saw something in the Gaius Dumpling. What was it describing there? It's a ketchup-filled dough ball. Can't say that sounds that appetizing. I think I'm weird, though, because, like, I don't like ketchup, and I don't like tomatoes in salad, but I do love tomato sauce. So, like I said, I think I'm just weird. I'm just bizarre. Okay, so we've done enough in Order Palace. I think that's just about everything, because we have the dissertation, we have the cat, and we have all the treasures that I know about. So, let's head back this way. We'll report the dissertation. And then... I'm trying to think if we should head to Lefort, or if Muse's character episode takes us there to start with. I want to say that's the case, but I'm not 100% sure. Final Fantasy 15 is baby compared to stuff like Dot Hack. Yeah, Dot Hack was doing it way before Final Fantasy 15 was even conceived of, so... And that's saying a lot, because Final Fantasy 15 was conceived of basically in 2006, so... Okay, I want to see what this True Awakening is here, real quick, before we go anywhere else. The Break-In skill. Okay, that's even more cryptic. What the hell does that even mean? Break-In. Is it going to be super busted? Increases transformation time 10 seconds max. No, it's not going to be super busted. But, okay, cool, I guess. Where's Barnauer High Road again? Okay, over here. What was the clue we got about the cat, anyway? That's the wrong menu. That's Lefort. Rumor has it he was sighted going into a hole in the southwestern area. Just a rumor, but check it out anyways. Okay. So probably then we'll go do that one. Who do I want in the party for this part? Who am I going to use to fight Crutus Eye? I don't remember what he's weak to, so we'll probably just use the regular party that we use all the time. So just bring Gaius back in here. Yeah, we'll just leave them. We'll just leave them all there for now. We'll head to Barnauer. And I think we'll call it a day. Like I said, I'll probably go, since I'm just going to stand out here anyway, like since I'm saving right here, I'll just go fight all the monsters that'll get us to 1 star while we're wandering around here anyway, and then we'll explore the whole area properly on the next episode of Tales of Xillia 2, the Stream Edition, which will be happening probably on Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Half the shit for the original tetralogy, quadrilogy, whatever, were contained in animes, side shit, light novels. Mega Man Zero did the same thing and even had audio dramas. Yeah, multimedia was a hell of a thing. There was a lot they invested that stuff in to try to, you know, extrapolate everything and make it so that these games would have multiple different places where they could make money. Oh, it was a fun time. Anyway, yep, that's it for me. Thank you for watching, everybody. I appreciate you coming out to Twitch and YouTube to check out the stream. Like I said, I'll take care of one-starring all the enemies here in Barnauer. I'll probably just do it on this screen, honestly. Like, I'll just go back and Fenmont and forward. Or I'll use... There's caves here, too, so I'll probably just use those. And maybe I'll find all the items here as well. And I'll post up the schedule for next week on Twitch, YouTube, and Discord in a little bit once I'm done with the description of this one. And then I'll meet you back here on Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, and we'll do a little more of the side stuff. Probably get all of it done by the time... Well, I guess it depends on how hard the elite monsters are, but I think we should be able to get all of it done before the end of the next stream, and then we can go straight into Chapter 11 and continue with it next week. If worst comes to worst, we'll do all the side stuff in one stream on Monday, and then we'll start up on Chapter 11 shortly after that. So, and after that point, it's kind of smooth sailing. We don't really have as much side content to do beyond that because it's just elite monsters that show up and just character episodes to do. So, either way, yeah, I will see all of you on the next one, which, as I said, will be on Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Until then, everybody, take care and have a good one. Wonder if the spirit climb is still the way that it was in the previous game, where it's nighttime. Well, green nighttime here, and then the further out we go, it's going to turn to like sunset and daytime closer to Fort Gondala. Well, I guess there's only one way to find out, but that makes 2 cliffhangers for this episode, so I think we've reached our quota. So I'm going to end the stream before my stream implodes from the inside out, just like that fractured dimension. Is that too soon? It's probably too soon.